Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.
The following program is transcribed on tape.
Ain't this a great idea? Well, this here is Jolly Joe in the No Bell, General Manager of WQAM. You know, I've been wanting to do this for some time now, but got a lot of flack about it from Neil. Why, even Roberta Flack never saw the kind of flack I got about this ingenious programming idea. At least I feel it's ingenious. Here, listen. You see, the problem here is George. His numbers are much too high. With high numbers like that, well, that means you gotta get up. You know, and do some work around here. Oh, sure, Deal's highly rated, but you need at least one of those shows on the air, if not to pay the bills with. No, sports is where it's at. It's bland, safe, humorless, and very queer. Because you know it's queer men who talk and dream of other men all day. Yep, sports sure makes life easy around here. Think I'll just kick my feet up here and enjoy the tape. You know, the only time we ever have to get up to do anything around here, well, like when there's a retarded, overpaid sports figure that holds a press conference. Tell you what, you like my brilliant idea of using these tapes to replace George? Send your letters and postcards to the old WQAM studios located in the mezzanine of the McAllister Hotel. And good luck to you. Not that I care what any of you have to say, but it'll give you something to do. Excuse me for a moment. Hello, Joe Toast of the Town Bell. Oh, hi there, Neil. But sure. Well, that remark wasn't necessary. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have my word again. Well, like I was saying, here's my favorite on-air personality while Neil is away. George, you can open your mic now.
Check out what I can do. I have volume control over my own computer over here. My mic on? All the way up? All the way up? How about yours? Is yours on? and all the way up?
I usually stay quiet.
Yeah, well, that's not what I want you to do. Turn your mic on.
I'm
There you
on.
go. Fuck. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Jack Frost is here.
Hey.
George is here. Jack Frost from the ever so famous Powwow Show. I just discovered the volume controls on my computer over here so that I can be my own. I don't want to be the spot jockey, but I want to be able to play my own audio. This is CSS. People are already familiar with CSS from their other big hit,
Which was?
I'm not sure what the title is. It's either Music is My Boyfriend or Music is My Hot Sex.
Where are they from?
They're from, I'm glad you asked, they're from South America, Brazil. And CSS stands for Cansado de Ser Sexy, which means I'm tired of being sexy, like Jack is.
Yeah,
The beautiful Jack Frost. But I can fade the song out. Listen to that. Just little by little, I can fade the song out using my amazing, volume control capabilities over here. That's the only song that I have in the music library that has the word yoga in it.
Why is that?
Why is it? I don't know, because they don't write a lot of songs about yoga. That's called Jager Yoga, and I have no idea what the significance is. I really wasn't listening to the lyrics. I'm familiar with the song because it plays in my car all the time. The 12-year-old, she's a big CSS fan, but she usually plays the other stuff.
No, I'm actually asking, like, what's the whole, thing behind the whole yoga thing?
Oh, because we're going to have a yoga teacher on the show today.
Is that right?
Zayna. Well, Zayna is talk about a multifaceted, multi-talented person. I met her here in the studio. She was reading one of her books. She was recording, I should say, making an audio book of one of her books. And for some reason, don't ask me why, because I really wasn't listening to the words being said. I could just hear her voice from the other room. Mm-hmm. And Chris told me, we're recording an audio book in there. And I don't know why my thought just went right to children's book.
Children's book?
Children's book. That's just, I don't know why. I had no reason to believe that whatsoever, that it was a children's book. It's not a children's book.
It's the inner
I mean, it depends on your children. And no, it's about HPV. Yeah. And like, well, that's like, that's some kiddie book.
Yeah.
I mean, from the makers of Everyone Poops comes Everyone Gets HPV sometimes. Well, not everyone.
Well.
So I was like, and Chris was even asking me, why did you get children's book out of that? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because that's what I would be doing. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I love the new vent blocking system that I have is working like a charm.
Awesome.
And it's decorative too.
Yeah.
I finally found a use for vinyl.
And Michael Jackson.
Vinyl. It's not just for Cuban furniture anymore. Welcome to the show, the George Rodriguez Show. Kent Wallace is coming up later. At some point, 12:30, 1 o'clock, Zayna is going to be here. She's beautiful. She's a yoga teacher. She's an author. She's a stand-up comedian. And who knows what else? Maybe she's an astronaut. Maybe she's a mountain climber, a rock climber. I don't know, but she's going to be here. And we're going to get zany with Zayna. Oh, here's the finally, this thing is so slow. The other CSS songs came on up here, and I have my own volume control. I hope you're not turning me down.
What for?
All right, I'm just pretending I'm here. I don't know if you've heard this.
I most certainly have.
Have you?
Not?
Oh, okay. I do hope you come skating with your daughter regularly on Wednesdays. I want to start amassing a posse. I'll let this play through the hook. Ever since we did that music show last week with Sandra, the Siren and all that, I've been inspired to go back to playing music like a little bit during the show.
You need more shows like that once a month.
I love doing shows like that.
Music is my daddy.
I'm gonna turn the kids on to CSS. So you get the idea. That's their hit, if you want to call it a hit. And they've got, so congratulations, they've got the only yoga song, so that's the significance of that on the studio today. Who's this calling on the call-in line? I wasn't expecting any phone calls today, but let's see who that is. Turn that up. Hello, SoFlo Radio.
Hey, George, it's Anthony. How you doing?
Hi, Anthony. How you doing?
Good. I'm keeping my word. I have been spreading the word all week.
Thank you so much.
And I just posted, I hope you don't mind, I will take it off if you want me to, but I put a post on the Neil Rogers
Please.
Facebook page.
Post it everywhere. Write my name on bathroom walls.
I put everybody. I said everybody call George's number today, and I put your studio line on the page. So hopefully you get calls today. How you doing? How was your week?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. My week has been amazing. All of my problems are merely first world problems. That's my new outlook on life right now. If I find myself, complaining about something that somebody else in another part of the world would smack me for complaining about, that's a good problem to have. Like, merely monetary, like just being broke, that's okay. I'm broke, but I'm in America, so I am not missing any meals. I have a comfortable place to sleep.
I'm an attorney. I'm broke. I live in a house that's paid for. I'm sitting here in front of a computer listening to your show. I got my dog right here. I'm eating a Whopper.
Excellent.
I shouldn't be eating.
Yeah, I know. I have some Burger King coupons, so they're poisoning me these days with their.
I got the same coupons you do. I got 2 Whoppers for the price of 1.
Right, man. So, you could eat the Whopper on the way to the bathroom. They should call it a plopper. It's like an enema that you eat.
Well, if you could take a request at some point in today's show, play the Yaman.
The Yaman? I'll see if I can find it. I don't know what's going on with my computer over here. It's going so slow it's moving backwards. But I'm going to try to find that.
All right, just at any appropriate time during the show.
I'm going to play it
if you could fit in the Yaman. All right, you have a great show. I'm gonna try and do my best for the next 3 hours to get these people off their butts.
Thank you, Anthony.
I can say the word. I can say the word ass.
You can say the word asshole. You can say fuck on this show.
I'm gonna do everything I fucking can.
All right.
To get these assholes off their butts.
Thank you.
Hey, and you could also plug in, hey, he's an asshole.
He's an asshole. I'm taking all these requests.
And get them to call your show.
My computer's crashing on me over here. I brought in my computer and it's crashing. Thank you, Anthony.
All right, have a good show.
I'll catch you on the flip-flop. Anthony, ladies and gentlemen, killing time. So my ongoing feud with the Wednesday night DJ, I decided that I want to get a posse together.
We're down.
Yeah, and just real hard looking, gold festooned and everything.
It's funny you bring that up.
What, the gold?
No,
I was thinking of getting some gold,
DJ.
some gold on my teeth.
Gold
the DJ douche.
Right. It was a Miami Times, this New Times article when they were talking about 8 types of douchebag, and your douchebag,
the DJ douche.
the DJ douche. The chief problem with the DJ douche is he likes the idea of being a DJ more than playing music.
Right.
I bet you can relate to that.
Yeah. Well, and it boggles my mind, and the only thing, because I'm a why guy. I need to know why. Everything needs to be explained. If it doesn't make sense, it's insanity. All right, that's how you define insanity. It's like, I can't figure that out. Well, because they're a crazy person. Like, whatever, fill in the blank. Like, why would anyone want to write on the wall with their poop? Right? If you're having trouble understanding it, that's probably because they're crazy. So what I don't understand with this DJ douchebag is he plays the same songs every single time. Now, again, if you're just an asshole, if you're a DJ and you're an asshole and you're going to go to work, and instead of playing music that's appropriate to the scenario, which is what you ought to be doing for your job, if you're only just going to play music that you like, I mean, imagine. Let's try to channel this. Pretend that you're an asshole. All right. Pretend that you're going to go to a job and rip off your boss by not doing your job, and do everything that you can to just be a complete prick. I'm going to go to work, and instead of doing what the boss wants me to do, instead of doing what the customers want me to do, I'm going to do what I want to do. Instead of playing music that other people might like skating music at a roller rink, instead of doing anything that makes sense like that, I'm just going to play what I like. Now, if you or I adopted that attitude and went to the roller rink or a club or whatever and played just the music that we like, Would you play more than 10 songs every single fucking night for years? Would you play more than one song? I mean, no matter how narrow your musical taste is, no matter how narrow, all right? I don't know anybody that only likes 10 songs. Do you?
Not that, not a person that's a DJ.
I can still hear this. There it goes. Interesting. How about as a normal person? How about any grandma? Your grandma likes more than 10 songs. Mm-hmm. Your grandma has more than 10 records in her record collection.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Probably more than 10 artists. It's the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's Trey Songz, I'm Already Taken, Chris Brown, Fantasia, and not even good Rick Ross. With all due respect to the boss.
Right.
Some Rick Ross music will put you to sleep. It's slow. I mean, I wouldn't say that if he was standing here.
Who, Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. I wouldn't say anything. I'd probably leave the room. This is scary, motherfucker. Who's bigger, Rick Ross or Suge Knight?
Rick Ross has been losing weight, so Suge Knight.
I don't know. I'm talking about fat. I'm talking about like size, like tall, like big.
Suge Knight.
Because Suge's like, what is he, like 6'8"?
6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah. Rick Ross is about my height.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. He looks big on those album covers.
I think it's the beard.
Yeah, the beard makes you look tall.
Mm-hmm.
I can't grow a decent beard. Oh, I saw the funniest article. I was going to share it. Somebody posted it because I'm sure you've been seeing all these beards lately.
Yeah.
Guys walking around, beards are in, right?
The beard gang.
They call it lumbersexual as opposed to metrosexual. Are you ready? Because they got to name it something.
I'm done.
So the beard as a fashion statement is all in right now. I can't jump on that bandwagon, and it's probably just as well as a good thing. But the gist of this article is, having a beautifully coiffed, manscaped beard like they have. They have these beards and they shape them and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't write this article, but they're saying that's kind of metrosexual, and you know what that means. A little bit on the gay side.
Just a bit.
There's a rule that I apply, and that is that if you spend as much time on your face as a woman does,
yeah,
we shave.
Right.
You shave, and you got facial hair that you sculpt it.
Barely.
Right? Yeah, barely, but still, there's a little bit of maintenance going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't spend it, and
I'm not getting.
By the way, I felt a little bit fruity when I was trying to grow out the Van Dyke thing, because there I am, shaping it every morning. I'm like, I'm spending more time on my face than I feel comfortable with. I'm starting to feel a little bit, I don't know.
I can agree.
Metrosexual over here, a little bit vain.
If you're dyeing it, and
there's one thing I'll squeeze a zit. I'll squeeze the fuck out of a zit if I see it on my face.
Same here.
When you, from the day I started going gray, when you get gray eyebrows, they grow overnight. They go from 0 to 3 inches long while you're sleeping. So I just wrap my finger around it, or wrap it around my finger, give it a couple, and boink, and pull that out. Same thing for the nose hairs. As soon as you start going gray, the nose hairs and the ear hair, you'll notice. No ear hair.
You've been shaving?
No, I pluck them with my fingers. Like, oh, there's a Yoda hair. Boink.
But those saying.
Nose hairs also, I just rip those things out by the root. But again, I'm not, and I got a timer. I got a timer right there in my bathroom.
Plug one, get two.
Yeah, if I go more than 5 minutes on my face, I feel like I should go get a peach shirt, a peach polo shirt, and tie a little sweater around.
Talk like this.
I talk like this. So, congratulations, all you beautifully coiffed, cropped, manscaped beard guys. But the rumor on the street, the beard buzz is that it's not as straight as you look as straight as you think you do.
The jig is up.
Man, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
because I'm not allowed. We're gonna have to have you record some things, and then I'll make that part of the Dropbox.
Okay.
It's like, I didn't say that. I would never say that word, along with the disclaimer that we got to do over here.
Yeah, the Morgan Freeman.
The Morgan Freeman disclaimer. Well, I gotta write it out because I don't know exactly what I wanted to say, but something to the effects of the opinions heard on this radio show are those of management. On this radio show, in particular, are those of management. Not that that has to do with anybody else's radio show on here. A lot of radio shows coming up and coming and going, and people finding day jobs and everything. So stay tuned to. I guess the next show of significance is This Is the Spot.
Yeah,
at 7:00. I guess you can move that now that we don't have Charlie anymore. I mean, if you want to, for the time being, and then. On Saturday, 5:00. I don't know, were we starting that this Saturday with Abdinel in the Florida room?
The Florida room, yeah.
Starting at 5:00 on Saturday. Following inoculative expressions. Somebody, guess what? Larnell has listeners.
Yeah, Larnell's been doing it long enough.
Right. Well, somebody mentioned that they were listening to the radio station and they were listening to inoculative expressions and they were very into it. I forget who his guest was that day. It's like, I was listening to your station and you were playing weird music. It's like, yeah, we played weird music all the time. And they said, no, this was particularly weird. And it was like 4:00. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Larnell. I really appreciate that, that he does. There, Kent just posted. Kent Wallace is going to be here. The ebullient Kent Wallace.
That can only mean one thing.
It's cahoots. It's the third Saturday. I
Huh?
put that on my calendar. Microsoft Outlook, little repeat every third week. Bam, send me a reminder. I'm not going to forget anymore. And he's bringing Cap from Cahoots. I'm not sure who that is. I should probably do some research real quick during a break.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I hope you have the break ready because when Zayna shows up, I want to go to a break so that I can have some pre-show orientation.
Okay.
She knows how to talk into a microphone. I know because I heard her doing it from the other room. I want to make sure that she still, hasn't forgotten that. And I want to play that really funny angry yoga video. Apparently there's a long version. Like 22 minutes. We have the ability to play the audio and show the video on the camera stream. I'm fighting again against the camera to have it removed.
That's actually the title of it.
What, Angry Yoga?
22 minutes.
Oh, the title is 22 minutes?
Yeah, that's a whole series.
Angry Yoga, 22 minutes. Speaking of angry, I've always hated rubberneckers. I really believe that rubberneckers deserve the death penalty.
Come on, seriously.
I'm very sincere about that.
You do it yourself.
No, I don't. I swear on the lives of my children. I make it a point not to. And by the way, the only reason that I cannot maintain my velocity past an accident is because the assholes in front of me are coming to a complete stop so that they can gawk and try to catch some blood. Just like we were just talking about crazy people and things that you don't understand. Like I can't understand why this asshole would only play the same 10 songs. You have to like more music than that.
Right.
You have to like more music than that. You can't believe that everyone in the roller rinks likes the same 10 songs. I'm talking to the girls that work the snack bar. It plays the same goddamn songs. 10 songs. What's that song from by Fantasia?
Oh, listen to Fantasia.
It sounds like this. Woo!
Yeah.
It's like one beat per minute. That's it. It's like, is there a beat to this song? And I told you he insults me over the loudspeaker. Yeah, I feel sorry for you all that can only skate to one rhythm. You only skate to one tempo. Like fast music, you can't skate or dance to anything slow. I feel sorry for. And I want to say to him, let's see what you got, buddy. I don't see you out here on the floor skating to the music that you say you like. Let's see your moves. Come on, let's see you skate or dance to the music that you think is good. And by the way, I can sound like you, but you can't sound like me.
In your face, suck!
I'll be playing with that. That's my job, asshole.
Go ahead.
What does it do? Oh, you don't turn it off. Is this an iPad or a tablet?
Tablet.
Oh, yeah. What brand of tablet?
RCA.
Access granted.
Nice. Oh, yeah. And you can program these yourself?
No, it's an app.
That's an app, but you mean you can program what sound effects, or those are them?
Those are them.
Oh, okay, no, I need something programmable. Interesting. Very interesting over here. So other people that I don't understand is rubberneckers. Maybe you can explain that to me.
I've figured out a way to do it without stopping at a complete hold.
Okay.
I mean, you can catch it on the way up, so you can see everything that you need to see and keep it going.
What is it that you're hoping to see? Blood? A severed limb? A decapitated cap? Speaking of Cap from Cahoots is going to be coming in.
Cahoots. No, the thing that I'm not even hoping to see anything. I'm like, what the hell's the hold up? Oh, that? Okay.
Well, they put these walls, and I'm glad, but that only protects you from the traffic on the other side.
Right.
They put those big barriers up. I'm so glad for that. Mm-hmm. By the way, driving down the highway, let us assume, because it never happens. I'm driving down the highway, and there are no cars in front of me, and there's an accident on the other side. And this is a visual. Mm-hmm. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh, look at that. You turn your head 90 degrees, you turn it back. What is it that you're hoping? I mean, and I kind of, I think I know, at least I'm going to venture a guess, what they're hoping to see. Blood, death, an injured person. If the wrecks, if automobile wreckage were fascinating, wouldn't there be people going to the junkyard all the time and saying, "Hey, can I walk around here? Can I walk around?"
I guess you're the anti to all this, because the business suites that we're in right now, right? Mm-hmm. There could be a door open and you have all type of debauchery and it's the Great Gatsby happening in the room.
That's different because it's unknown. It's like I don't know what's going on in there.
You don't know what's going on the highway.
That's not true. It's a wreck.
Okay.
I absolutely know what's going on. Somebody had a car crash. What a horrible thing.
Okay.
I feel very bad for them. What a horrible thing. Let's say that, apply the golden rule. Let's say that you were in a wreck. Mm-hmm. All right, and you're bleeding on the side of the road. You know what's going to make me feel better? A whole bunch of people stopping and taking pictures with their cell phone.
Now that sucks.
Like, I'm not here to entertain you. I mean, right now I am. I'm here to entertain you. I'm going to be doing some magic tricks later. Mm-hmm. Some puppetry of the penis. Not mine, yours. I mean,
Yeah, well.
I mean, what do you want?
That hurt.
Yeah. I hate that app. It's got to be programmable and then controllable by me, the host of the show. Get some crickets. Yeah, I need one of those. I think what is it? Louis on the powwow has one of those things. Luis the artiste. Don't forget to go to Shock Pop. Is there a thing this weekend?
Shock Pop.
I don't know if there's another convention. But Shock Pop is in the middle of February. I cut a promo, and I've got to go and turn it down. Mm-hmm. Turn down for what? Because it's way too loud. What? By the way, he plays. And they might as well put a CD. I'm just going to talk about this asshole all day long. They might as well just put a CD on because he plays the same songs. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't make any announcements on a Wednesday. Back to the DJ. Uh-huh. But why would you play this? Talk about the laziest son of a bitch in the world. And I've heard him mix records well. So I just don't get it. But the Rubberneckers deserve to die. And I'm very sincere about that. Everyone who slows their car down and creates a traffic jam on this on your lane, in your lane, because you want to get a view of I'm not sure what, you deserve to die. You deserve to have an asteroid fall from the sky and kill you right then and there. Car load with your family? Good. You, your kids, the family dog, I hope you all die. This is karma. I wish for karma. I hope you die in a horrible car wreck and everyone stops and takes pictures of you dying and bleeding to death on the side of the road. This is what I hope happens to every rubbernecker in the world. And by the way, traffic jams. In this time of year, good luck to you getting around anywhere. Yesterday was an all-record assholes in front of me day. Yesterday, and that's saying something because I live in Hollywood and we got a lot of people around here. I went down to for a taco birthday party in Miami Springs. Mm-hmm. It took me 45 minutes just to get out of downtown Hollywood because people just not moving. Now, the texting and driving, people have always been complaining about the people who text and drive because they're not watching where they're going, and it creates a traffic hazard. And you can watch videos on YouTube of people who are obviously texting and driving because they're kind of swerving a little bit, and they'll start drifting into another lane and then correct themselves and things. And that's why
they're driving
that's why
excruciatingly
people
slow.
and rightly so have a problem with people texting and driving, because they're creating a hazard. I have a new problem with the people who text and drive.
What's that?
The light's green.
Yeah.
Hello. The light's green. The light's
seconds.
green, and my horn's broken.
Oh,
What a horrible thing.
I forgot about
So
that.
I'm flapping my arms. I'm yelling out the window. I'm going to take my megaphone with me. The light's green. And you can see because their head is down in their chest. You can see the back of their neck. Their head is down in their chest. And they're writing emails, having a conversation. The light's green, and it's just a common thing. Stop at a red light, pull out your phone, start having a text conversation.
I think that only applies when you have like a long light.
No. I'm seeing it all the time now. It's routine. Come on in. Rain is here. Am I saying your name right?
No, that was really bad.
No?
It starts with a Z.
Oh, that was bad. Zayna. Did I say that all day long?
No, you said Zayna.
I said
before.
Zayna
was
before,
listening to
just
you.
right. Oh, good.
And you
Right
just got
now.
a little nervous.
Is there a microphone on? I'm very nervous. Excellent. Well, we're going to take a commercial break so that we can look at this. Look at the book over here that I thought was a kid's book for some reason. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why that. Take a commercial break, and we're going to do this experiment where we're going to show a video, that yoga video that I was telling you about. Did I tell you about a yoga video?
No.
Oh, you're in for a surprise. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. It's like I didn't have a monologue in me today except for about rubberneckers and people, the text drivers. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
The people that they stop at the red light and they start texting, and then the light, they can go through 2 or 3
They're
light
not
changes.
just texting. They're Facebooking, texting,
Everything. They're taking selfies in there, doing everything except watching the fact that the light turned green. This guy yesterday, I almost had a road rage incident because the guy, I went through 2 light changes while the guy was sitting there, not texting. The people in front of him were blocking the intersection. So I'm like, get out there. They're not going to let you in. When the light is green, pull out. They'll let you in. They have to let you in. And this is what I'm yelling to myself in the car, to vent.
Yeah.
To the road rage vent. So we'll reset a little bit, come back, because you're really a fascinating person. You've got all these things going on, and I had no idea. And look what I wore today.
That's great.
It's the lettering comes off.
Be yourself. You know why you want to be yourself? Because everybody else is taken, George.
What a good thing. I don't want to be myself. I can do better than that. But this came from y'all's crafty shop.
I love yoga. Yeah.
Yes, this is an I love yoga thing. The emblem wore off, but nevertheless the color patches remain. So we'll come back. We're going to take a quickie little break, watch a funny yoga video, and then talk about all these things that you do. You do all these amazing things, and you wore my favorite colors.
Awesome.
And I got the red chairs. You got the red stuff. I got the red phone. I'm just a red kind of guy. It's 25 till 1 on All Red Radio. SoFloRadio.com.
Become a leader.
I'm Steve Gordon, your host of CEOmanship,
Your success is his business.
the radio show for business owners and CEOs.
CEOmanship.
We talk about how to grow your business, customer retention, customer acquisition. We interview CEOs from across the world and talk to them about their businesses so that they can share ideas with you to help you grow your business.
Monday from 2 to 3 p.m.
Gordon Partnership, where your success is our business.
on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
Hi, this is George. Trying to get laid all day makes me hungry, so I go to Power Smoothie in Aventura and get the healthiest wraps and most delicious smoothies ever made. I mean, really, the smoothies are so insanely delicious, they're orgasmic. The staff is friendly there and cute. The food is healthy and real, not processed. This is not fast food, it's good food served fast, and they love me there. They even let me create my own smoothie, the Malted Jorge. Go in and ask for one. They're in the Promenade Shops right off of US 1 in Aventura, or call them at 305-792-5338. You can also visit them online at powersmoothieaventura.com.
Yoga Gangsters, a Miami-based non-profit organization, provides free yoga programming to youth and young adults who are either at risk or in crisis. The Yoga Gangsters' mission is to use yoga as a tool to teach youth self-awareness, self-respect, and self-control. If you're interested in establishing a program or wish to make a contribution, contact Marisol at 305yoga.com or explore their website, yogagangsters.org.
The best ads for the best rates. SoFloRadio.com.
And feel that stretch right from the heels to the tips of the fingers. And discover the present moment. Come in the dog stretch. And don't think about this town. And then if I see one more man with a bun, not a ponytail, a bun with an honest-to-God scrunchie, and those Birkenstocks, like he's some kind of homeless samurai, and he's the one turning me down. Come on up. To hell with him. Reach up. Reach up into the sky like you were at the airport getting a pat down because they discovered 150 mils of apple butter in your bag. And they think you're going to blow up the plane like some kind of apple butter vegan terrorist. And just let that go. And then come on up into tree pose. If you can remember a tree standing up and not burnt to the ground or clear cut, and gather your energy like those 35,000 walruses who gathered together on that beach in Alaska because the ice is melting and the earth is dying, and release and just feel the weight of the world on your back. And it's crushing you, but stay in the present because there is no future because the government sold it to the highest bidder. Just breathe, your life means nothing. And your children's lives are worth nothing. And the only thing that matters is the almighty dollar. And just feel the head. Drop your head down. That's right. And just bang your head a little bit because you're a little bit angry. You know? Sure. You're just a little tiny bit angry.
Sometimes yoga doesn't cut it. Ask your doctor if marijuana is right for you. A message from cannabis medicinal pot growers.
Welcome back to the show. 22 till 1, SoFloRadio.com. You can turn that overhead speaker down now because it's going to kill us all. Yeah, well, we don't want that big echo over there, but I wanted Zayna to hear the funny, angry yoga thing. I shared that. I went and posted it on my yoga teacher's page, and she's very nice. I still can't figure out what to call your co-parent-in-law. She's my son-in-law's mother, is my yoga teacher. I can't cheat on her by going to other. If I do go to other people's yoga classes, I got to check the schedule to make sure that it's not when she does a yoga class, and then so that would have to be my excuse. Like, oh well, it's because it's at this time, and that's the only time that I have.
So how often do you do yoga?
Not as often as I want to. I want to do it once a week because that's when she teaches a class that fits my schedule. I want to go there with my two daughters, not just the one that's married to her son, but my 12-year-old also enjoys the class, and it's a very chill class. That's one of my. It's not so much a New Year's resolution. It's just kind of like for the rest of my life resolution. Yeah. This year is to do things, more healthy things. I skate a lot, so I'm getting cardio. I do the sit-ups and the pull-ups and things like that. But yoga. Now, I was in Montana over the summer, and I was explaining South Florida, and everybody's like, so what, besides the obvious stuff, like the palm trees, and you guys go to the beach all the time, and you party and go to clubs. And I said, yes, that's absolutely true. It's just like a 24/7 party down there. We just pause briefly to breathe and, sleep it off a little bit and then just start it all over again. I said, well, so what would most people not know? They asked me, what would most people not know about South Florida? And I said, yoga and sushi. They go, what, yoga and sushi? And I said, yeah, everybody's into both of those things. I don't know anybody that doesn't, like, at least if they're not going to yoga class regularly, they go irregularly, or at least they have, like me, that's like, love yoga. Yoga's so good for you. I just need to get back into yoga. I need to go back to yoga.
Yeah.
Everybody says that, and then I know 2 people that don't like sushi, but then they don't like fish at all.
They don't even like the veggie sushi?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that like non-alcoholic beer? That kind of defeats the point.
It's kind of like vegan sushi.
Veggie sushi, is that not just rice?
Yeah, well, you get to enjoy the combination of the rice and the seaweed and the soy sauce and the wasabi and the ginger, right? So it's like that whole combo without the fish.
Okay, I get it. Are you vegan?
No.
Okay, good. So you eat sushi.
I do.
Have you been to the sushi room over here?
No.
I'm going to give them a free plug. It's not just like the best sushi restaurant. They might be the best restaurant ever. They're certainly the best restaurant in the city of Hollywood. Because they have the tapas. They have Japanese small plates, hot and cold. So you can get all kinds of different things besides the sushi, which is big and like beefy. They got really beefy sushi, which is a real thing. So what is this? This is lavender oil that I'm smelling right now?
Yes.
Because you got a hell of a resume.
Let's do it,
young lady. More?
Let's get high. Yes.
Oh my God! And that you said, keep this off my nuts. I was telling her during a commercial break. It's like I wish you'd have told me that. I wish you'd have told me before.
What, to keep your hands off your nuts?
No, I would have done it anyway. I wish you would have told me that.
Not on your nuts. Just smell, and just take a moment. Just take a moment, George, and just feel. See, there's intelligence in these plants.
Wow, if I was rolling, that would blow me up.
It's chemicals.
Well, everything is chemicals.
Yeah, exactly. It's alchemy.
Right.
So lavender is, it's relaxing. It's also antibacterial, so you can like carry this around instead of doing those antibacterial.
So why wouldn't I want to put it on my nuts then?
Well, you could. It's just gonna burn.
Okay.
I mean, if you like your nuts burning,
No.
go for it.
Oh, what is the
no?
If you like your nuts burning,
I like roasted nuts. Chestnuts roasting on an acid fire. We got to get into all your resume thing. I met you because you were here in the studio reading a book, and don't ask me why. I thought it was a children's book. I just heard your voice.
I was gonna tell you that's what it is. I have I could be reading a children's book. It's kind of funny that you said that.
I didn't hear the words. I heard the voice, and that's what my brain decided that it was.
Yeah.
She's in there reading a children's book.
Yeah.
And then I saw you, and it's like, oh yeah, totally, reading a children's book.
Yeah, that could be the next thing. I think it would be good to write a children's book.
Because we're gonna get into your resume one point at a time, because I think that you're fascinating, and I thought, wow, that lady that reads those children's books sure does have nice legs. She must really work out. That was it. But no, there's a lot more to you than this book about HPV, as it turns out. Okay, not even close. Although, when should you talk to your children about HPV?
Well, it's not only about HPV, right? Like with the children, do you have children, George?
I do. I have 2.
You do? How old are they?
12 and 26.
Okay, you said 12. 12 and 26.
Correct.
Well, if they're young kids, you should talk to them about everything.
Yeah, well, I do.
Kids know. They're they're more conscious, they're wiser than any of us can imagine.
Especially my kids. I don't have to imagine.
Especially your kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, the younger they are, the more I think we can learn from them. So, how young should you talk to them about HPV? I don't know.
And why is it called Thank You for HPV? Isn't it a bad thing?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
Pass on that.
So, some people when they see the title, they're like, yeah, thank you for HPV, bitch. It's like a vengeful thing.
I see.
That's once, but that's not the
sarcastic.
book. That's the old model. We're moving into the heart chakra. Humanity is moving into the heart chakra. So it's not about F you, bitch. It's about I love you.
If I put this on my nose, will it burn my nose?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Okay.
That should be a scent.
It's called Thank You for HPV because it should be a scent.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying thank you to the challenges in life.
Okay.
Because the challenges in life, like HPV, like any illness, a divorce, or whatever seems to be a challenge, is actually a blessing in disguise. And if we can have that perspective, we can turn things around and actually really grow from things.
You're right about divorce, yeah. What a challenging blessing that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost all my stuff, but look at me now.
Who needs stuff?
I know, not me. Well, I just need to make some money so that I can continue to maintain my 12-year-old's lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because we roller skate all
And
the
your
time.
skates, yeah.
We got to skate all the time. Well, we would go every day if we could afford it. She would go every day if I could afford it. In Davie, Galaxy in Davie, where I'm having an out in the open feud with the Wednesday and Saturday night DJ.
Wait, this is not like rollerblading? This
Like roller
is...
skating at the roller rink.
real?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever put a pair on.
Get out of Dodge.
How is it compared to rollerblading?
Well, I also rollerblade. I have all the skates in my car,
Yeah.
including weird things. I like being on wheels. I want to be on my feet on wheels all the time. Like it. I want to learn how to ride a unicycle. That's all that's left.
Okay.
That's when I check that off, everything,
By
every
when?
wheeled contrivance. I don't know. This year, I know a guy that's got 2 unicycles. Yo, lend me a unicycle, Jimmy. He's the one that gave me the free skates. The roller rink thing, it comes in and out of fashion, like the skateboards thing. The skateboards are back with a vengeance. Longboards. I started out skateboarding. Actually, I started out, those metal clamp-on skates that you get, and the skateboards started to come out. I couldn't afford a skateboard, so I took my metal skates and I smashed them on the sidewalk. I just grabbed them by the leather strap and just kept smashing them until they came apart, until the trucks came off the plate, and then I nailed them to a board and made a skateboard. And then I got a real skateboard, and all my friends were into skateboarding. Then when I went to Montana, because of the winter, and we were Christians, and the Christian kids weren't allowed to go anywhere where they served beer, so the pizza parlor and the bowling alley where the arcades were off limits to us. The only other place that was a teen-friendly place with video games and such and foosball was the roller rink. And so they grudgingly let us go to the roller rink. I say grudgingly because they played the devil music there. And what's devil music? Anything that isn't Christian music is devil music. Anything. Beethoven. That devil. If it isn't church music, it's devil music. So
got it.
All the Christian kids became hot dog roller skaters. But the roller rink is very fun. Oh, please come roller skating. I'm a big fat roller skating missionary.
Awesome.
Because it's how is it different from rollerblading, you ask? Because the rollerblades are more stable. It's easier to keep from falling forwards or backwards because you have a longer wheelbase. But rollerblades are, relatively speaking, difficult to turn and make turns because you're on a long linear blade, if you will, or a row of wheels. So turning isn't as easy because the rollerblades are set up. Roller skates, the conventional quad roller skates, are set up with trucks and a suspension system like the skateboards, but they're on your feet. So by leaning your foot one way or another, you can turn quite significantly. You can make tight turns and close turns, and that's why they call the boot brand figure skates and the low shoe kind speed skates, because having a boot also makes it easier to turn because you can get your leg in there. But the big reason that we go to the roller rink is the atmosphere. It's a wooden floor. It's very smooth. It's air conditioned. There's a snack bar, for healthy fried foods. Fried in generous lard. It's all fried in the same lard, so everything tastes like something else. The French fries taste like chicken. The chicken tastes like the chicken. So... but and of course the music, there's disco lights, a disco ball and everything. So it's like roller disco kind of a thing. And then the problem that I'm having with the DJ, because he plays really slow, like funeral music, like puts you to sleep music, really, really slow R&B and or hip hop. But you've heard it. It's slow. It's like the ballads.
Yeah.
Is there a name for within hip hop? Is there a word for that subgenre?
Are you
of
asking
really
him
slow?
because he's black?
Who is?
Are you asking him because he's
I'm
black?
asking him because he's black.
Yeah.
He's my black representative. That's
the black app. I'm the black app.
He lends insight into not just black culture, but the island culture also.
So is there a word for R&B ballads?
Yeah. Is there something that you call those things, or just slow? You just say that's slow.
Slow jams.
Fucking music.
Okay, fucking music. Yeah. Well, yeah, like grinding. I call it grinding music because it's very slow. Like
for the PC crowd, slow jams.
She's not PC. We had this conversation.
What's
she
PC?
said
this
she
morning.
said
Politically correct.
She said slow jams, but we say
she does
music.
among the many things that she does besides writing books, reading books, making audio books, teaching yoga teachers. She's a yoga teacher, but she's also a foul-mouthed stand-up comic, is what she said. who talks dirty in front of people on the microphone.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what's so cool about stand-up comedy is that I can like curse
Yeah.
and be crude, and they love it more
Yeah.
and more and more. So
I know, it's very unlikely.
It's a great platform
Awesome.
to just have fun with people. Yeah.
Do you do that regularly?
No, I just did it actually. Last year was my first time doing it. I did it at the Improv
Okay.
at the Hard Rock, and
Awesome.
I'm doing it again February 11th. There's actually a fundraiser for an organization called the Yoga Gangsters.
Yeah, we got a promo. We just played it.
We played their commercial.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't
They're
hear
amazing. They do amazing
it?
things.
Fire it off.
Yeah.
Just right now, because we can do whatever the fuck we want on my show.
'Cause we
I'm like the boss. You know, I'm not just the host of this show, but I also own the station. So like the general manager isn't going to come in here and chew me out for violating.
do whatever we want.
Violating format. You know, George, you violated format. Oh yeah, well screw you, George. Right. We'll find it here, and he's just going to just fire it off on the air.
so, yeah, you
So
guys can
February 11th, where?
It's at the Improv at the Hard Rock.
Okay.
In in Dania.
What day of the week is that? Without having to look on my calendar.
don't
I mean,
know.
I could look on my calendar, but that would take some
Yoga
effort.
Gangsters, a
Turn it up.
Miami-based nonprofit organization, provides free yoga programming to youth and young adults who are either at risk or in crisis. The Yoga Gangsters' mission is to use yoga as a tool to teach youth self-awareness, self-respect,
We play this all
and
the time.
self-control.
This is part of
If
our
you're
regular
interested in
rotation.
establishing the program or wish to make a contribution, contact Marisol at 305yoga.com
Do you know
or
Marisol?
explore
Yeah.
their website,
Yeah, those are my people.
yogagangsters.org.
See?
That's awesome.
We love the Yoga Gangsters.
So they do
do
this awesome thing. They do a night at the Improv,
Okay.
and there's stand-up comedians. There's probably half of them that are pros, and the other half are amateurs
Do
like
you
myself.
know who the other stand-up comedians are? Because we run in some of the same circles. As a matter of fact, Lisa Correo, who's a stand-up comedian, and of note, I think she's in New York filming a TV show now. She goes roller skating. She's been on the show many times. And as a matter of fact, I was her guest at the Improv one night to see Paul Mercurio there. I got to hang out backstage in the green room and eat the snacks.
The VIP snacks.
Yeah, it was good. Wow. So February 11th, we don't know what day of the week that is. Jack's going to look it up because I'm going to try to go there because I like to go to shows where I know the people performing. It makes it extra special. I have the same policy about the sporting events. That's why I don't watch the pro sports. I don't know those guys. Screw them. Rich millionaire steroid junkies. They got nothing to do with me. I got nothing to do with them. But the roller derby, those are all my friends, the roller derby girls. So that's why I go there and I cheer because I care. And if somebody falls, I'm like, oh no, kitten, no, crazy Yenzer fell. Ooh, I don't like that. So you're gonna do stand-up comedy routine?
I am.
With other people who are pros. We'll promote that.
Yeah.
We can run promos. We can do anything we want here. February 11th. What day of the week is it? Did you look it up?
Name it again.
February 11th.
Yeah, that's the date.
Yeah, I know.
Of what?
What day of the week is that?
Oh.
Let us
Look
know.
on a calendar.
Oh, I thought you were giving me
any calendar.
Let me know about the event.
No, I want to know what day of the week it is, and I can't look it up and talk at the same
of
time
course,
because
of
I'm
course.
multitasking
It's
over
a man
here.
thing.
It's
Well,
on
I want to.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, that's roller day. That's roller
It's
skating
roller
day.
skating day.
Yeah.
We're very religious about it. My daughter is on the spectrum, and the autism spectrum, and she's high functioning, and she's come along wonderfully, and she speaks very clearly, and has the photographic memory and all that, and everything. But
Is she your 12 or your 20?
she's my 12-year-old. But her problem manifests in her personality, and one of those things is violating regular things like that. Like we normally go on Wednesdays and Sundays, and if there's something like a kiddie party on Sunday, then we have to go Saturday. If there's something like over the holiday season, parties on both days, then we went Friday night, which was
listen,
weird.
I can record it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Do you know about cilantro?
What cilantro? The
For
what
autism?
No, I don't.
So this. It's a known thing.
I mean, I know about it in wraps.
About what
I put it in wraps.
Right,
Yeah,
it's, or in
yummy.
tacos, right? So, autism is known to have, it comes from the mother having metals in the body, heavy metals.
Oh.
Like mercury, aluminum.
Oh, my ex was a
like
big heavy metal fan, so that makes sense.
So what people do is they put fresh cilantro into smoothies for kids. Like you make like a strawberry smoothie, put tons of fruits, and put tons of cilantro in it. And what cilantro is known for is it removes metals out of the body, and it's been shown to improve people with who are on the
I'll have to
spectrum.
try that.
Yeah, it helps.
My other daughter, her older sister, just so happens to work at a smoothie shop. Making smoothies all day long. I'll suggest that. Cilantro. I'll try that. Will that be good for anybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't want all those heavy metals inside my body.
I don't either.
Like what? Like what does it get rid of? Mercury?
Mercury.
Because I eat a lot of fish.
Yes.
I don't know what to do about that.
Just don't eat tuna.
I don't eat a lot of the tuna, but God bless it, the sushi.
I know.
Tuna sushi.
I've quit tuna. I go easy on the tuna and go easy on the canned foods. 'Cause that's where that's.
See, I'm a bachelor now, man.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
The soup. Well, I mean, I'm not just a bachelor, but I'm busy and I'm on the move all the time. So when I go shopping, I get the stuff that my daughter likes for when she's with me, and then Daddy just opens up a can of stuff. It's either that or the microwave or something. I'm not going to cook a big meal for just myself, or a bag of beef jerky. I'm eating a lot of asparagus lately. That's my new. It's not a kick. It's a lifestyle change. I like asparagus now that I'm single. I can eat asparagus. I'm having hiccups right now. As much as I want. Why is that funny? That I'm getting hiccups?
No, that you said now that I'm single, I could eat asparagus. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Asparagus is a superfood.
Yes.
It's
I did research because I needed to know. I'm a very curious guy. I need to know why things, whatever, history, science, and it's like, why does my pee smell like that? The asparagus doesn't smell like that. Something's happening.
Yeah.
Something's going on. In my research about why asparagus makes my pee smell like that, I discovered that, yes, it is a superfood. It's full of antioxidants. They even take an asparagus extract and use it to treat cancer tumors.
Yeah.
It's so effective.
They do. Asparagus is the #1 food that has a phytonutrient called glutathione. And glutathione goes right to your liver and helps like the phase 2 detoxification process. So in other words, it's awesome for your liver and it's awesome for detoxing the body. Do you drink alcohol?
Ask that
question. Oh, I didn't notice all that.
I need my drums. Hand me my drums.
Does that deserve a better boom?
I drink alcohol 2 ways: toots continuously and all the time. Yeah, that's another. I need this handy. I need this.
Well, I ask you because alcohol is very harmful to the liver. So
yes, that's another legacy. Another side effect of my divorce thing is I use alcohol as anger management, which is wrong. Anger and sleep management, but it was like, if I don't drink myself unconscious right now, I'm gonna go kill somebody.
Got it.
I'm gonna kill that bitch.
How long have you been divorced?
December was the 1-year anniversary of it, but it was a horrible marriage, a horrible contentious marriage, and a horrible contentious separation, a horrible contentious divorce, and now it's a horrible contentious divorced thing. Because she's a horrible evil woman who just played me for a fool from day one and used the children as emotional blackmail and was only out for what she could get, and a lazy fat slob that wouldn't clean the house or bathe or anything like that. But no, I'm not bitter. Anyway, so yeah, I'm being a little bit sarcastic because I was just explaining no-fault divorce to somebody in Florida. I didn't know what that meant, and if somebody had explained it to me ahead of time, I would have really thought differently about getting married or divorced in the state of Florida. Because what it amounts to is all those vows. Florida marital law means those vows don't really mean anything.
It's not no fault.
It creates, it's
your fault.
It creates an incentive for one person to screw the other person over, and if you give that structure, if you give that tool to an evil person, boy, can they do some damage with it. But hey, back to alcohol and asparagus. So I should, because one of the things that I want to work on, since you're an author, maybe you can help me with one of, and it's a small book. That's good. That's the kind of book that I can write. I want to create a medicinal drinking book. Medicinal drinking book. I've already got some drink ideas.
All right, like a recipe book.
You know how they have recipes for drinks Like we have.
So
a
what I would
bartender's book.
recommend in your book at the end is
Mhm.
like give them some asparagus and avocado recipes, because both are
Love
really
those.
high in glutathione. So you got to balance out that liver toxification with
My idea is
liver
like
detoxification.
like NyQuil grasshopper, like a NyQuil grasshopper. It's a blended drink.
I'm illiterate with alcohol, so I just know
grasshopper's like
beer or wine.
green
Okay.
thing, but NyQuil already has a lot of alcohol in it, so I think just a little bit of help. You have a tasty cocktail over here. The gin and Alka-Seltzer combo. For when, because you don't want to drink gin and tonic, because tonic is acidic. It has the quinine in it. So if you already start out with heartburn and you want a gin and tonic, you're just going to make your heartburn way worse. So have gin and Alka-Seltzer, because that's got the fizzy bubbles and the alkali in it. So you can, address your upset stomach while getting a buzz on. And now, an asparagus and cilantro, I don't know what was, that's vodka. That mixes with everything.
Well, maybe you can have like appetizers.
So I looked up asparagus.
Yes.
And you want to know why asparagus smells like that? I'm telling everybody.
Tell me.
Okay. Asparagusic acid, which only exists in asparagus so far as we know. And as soon as it hits your stomach acids break it down. It's an amino acid. Your stomach acid breaks it down into 4 components: dimethyl sulfide, dimethyl sulfate, dimethyl disulfate, and dimethyl sulfoxide.
You've been studying.
I
It's
have.
impressive.
Thank you. I love science.
It leads to a lot of credibility when you
I
drop names like that.
I had to know. Is it hot?
It's hot.
Is it sexy? Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm also turned on by
Yeah,
brains.
geeky is very sexy.
So, and the reason that it's first of all, as soon as it hits your stomach, the stomach acids dissolve it. It gets absorbed into your bloodstream right away and filtered out right away. And the reason that asparagusic acid doesn't smell like that, it has to be broken down into these components for it to smell like that. And also, these chemicals are volatile, meaning that they're gaseous at room temperature. And so since your urine is warm, it immediately evaporates out of your urine once it's out of your body and fills the air with a wonderful bouquet that most people enjoy. I should say most people can smell, but some people can't.
Yeah.
Some people say asparagus doesn't make my piss stink, but really they just can't smell those smells because it's genetic. It's genetic whether or not you can smell those fragrances. So some people can smell that and some people can't. So if you like to eat a lot of asparagus, find yourself someone who can't smell that.
So you
and
can get
so
head,
you
yeah.
can absolutely. Well, I have a bathroom fan set up. Have you ever seen those window fans, like the double window fans? You put it in the window and it's got little things and everything. I got one of those in my bathroom for all kinds of reasons. Just flip that thing on there. 'Cause sometimes I entertain.
We use incense.
I have incense.
We have
incense, scented candles,
yes.
all of these things. But the vent that just sucks the air and moves it right out of there. That's.
I think it's so
puts it over
curious
the
to
top.
have that like in your home. Like we have it at
Oh,
the
you would love my
studio.
bathroom.
To have like incense and
Yeah.
Palo Santo and sage, so
All
people
of
can
that.
pick what to burn.
In my bathroom, when you're sitting on the throne, right in front of you is a bookcase with a variety of books and the moist wipes and everything. And then there's a box with a lovely female face artwork on it, and I call that the woman box. And it's right there, right in front of you. You open it up, and anything that a lady might need is in there. And it's for female visitors, my daughters, whatever. It's just very and I keep my bathroom clean. Rest of the place, I have a bachelor kitchen. Now I try to stay on top of it. Now that I'm single, I can enjoy a clean kitchen.
Now that I'm single.
Now that you're single?
No, that's the theme.
Yeah, now that I'm single, we're gonna write a song
For George
about that. Now that I'm single, my
can eat asparagus.
my environment is clean.
Let's open the heart a little, George. So this
We're gonna open the heart.
Yes. So what's happening on the planet right now is like we're transitioning our consciousness as a humanity, and like we've been operating from down in the belly, which is like power and competition and greed. So we've moved up. That's what all this shift that's happening is about. Is we're elevating.
Okay.
And we're elevating to operate from the heart. So we're a cooperative society. We're a sustainable society. We're a society that operates from love and compassion and acceptance of other human beings and taking care of one another.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. So this is an oil for opening the heart. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is a roll-on. So just, rub your hands.
Tee-hee,
And,
that's beautiful.
and just allow for your heart to open up, George, and see what happens. You know, allowing our hearts to open up is like allowing ourselves to forgive others, allowing ourselves to forgive ourselves, allowing ourselves to accept others exactly as they are and exactly as they're not, even if we don't agree with the bullshit that they do. We can accept them.
I like her.
There's so much to like.
She gives you that nice, subtle kick in the nuts.
All this and brains too.
Yeah. You're the package. Are you married?
It's very nice.
Am I married?
In a relationship?
I'm married to myself.
Hey, she's
See?
good.
Yeah.
She's
You know,
That's
talking
awesome.
about marriage, you know, I don't, not that I don't believe in marriage, because I believe in people loving
I believe
each
in
other.
romance and loving each other.
Well,
It's just
you know what happens is people start to bring all of their baggage and their expectations of other people,
Mhm.
and then you dump it on the other person, and you don't say anything.
That's
you just
not
like
cool.
expect them to be a certain way, and then, you know, and it happens both ways. You know, and everybody just needs to like chill out and point the finger back to themselves.
Good luck
and
with
work
that.
on themselves. You know, I just came out. I was in a relationship for 8 years, and it's with Moses. You know Moses,
Okay.
and we separated
Yeah.
a year ago, and we are still very good friends. We run our business together. We do everything still together.
that's
but
great. I'm gonna get there one of these days. Everybody, I know so many people that hang out.
You
that,
know what it is? It takes time, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
also like when you separate, stop pointing the finger at the other person and just focus on yourself, because it's all about you. It's all about you. It has
That
nothing
might be
to do
that
with
might be
other
the core of the
person.
problem right there. That
Mhm.
they believe it's all about themselves, so they won't, you know, take that self inventory and look inside. They'll
Yeah.
just be like,
No.
"You're the reason why I'm
She was-
hurting."
Yeah,
She was
look,
the
when
one.
I point at you, how many fingers are pointing back at me? 3.
Right, but it's sometimes though it is like, you know, if somebody like I got my bicycle stolen,
Yeah.
and that made me feel bad,
Of course. It's a violation.
and you know, and they were locked up. Okay, that was that person. All right, the bicycle thieves caused my pain. I didn't.
Well,
you know,
it is, and
it's very
like
clear cut.
it is, and you
They're
have
bad
the
people.
choice. Like when something happens to you, like for example, pain and suffering, right? Pain is one thing, and suffering is another. You can experience pain without suffering.
Okay.
You know, so like you can get somebody can hurt you, but you can choose to not be hurt.
Well, my big plan with regards to the pain and the suffering of the of what this horrible person did to me is I'm putting my revenge plans way off, because you know revenge is a dish best served cold anyway. So I just like, it really doesn't make any sense for me to do anything right now while the child is young. So it's like I'm gonna see how I feel in 6 years, 8 years. You know, stuff like
let
that,
it
yeah.
marinate, because you know that stuff only hurts you.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic because it's a comedy show.
I get it.
Really, you know, I could get over, I could get over my butt rape as soon as it ends. Like when the rape is over, when I'm no longer being raped, then I could start healing and forgiving and all of that stuff. But it's not over. She's still up to shit. She's still doing
Did she
things.
listen to this show?
No. She didn't listen to the show when I was on, you know, the Neil Rogers show when I was on radio. She is completely disinterested in almost everything except for 2 things. This and this. She just likes to fill things up. That's it. Here's a genius IQ person who only cares about self gratification and just like really the embodiment of selfishness.
Can I recommend something?
Essential oils.
Well, we could do essential oils, but you know, I would recommend this, and you can take my recommendation or
I would
ditch
love
it.
I would love your recommendation.
So I would recommend you don't talk about her anymore.
That's a good idea.
Because what you do when you talk about her, you're just giving it more energy.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
You know, and just like let it heal, because you know everybody's got their shit. And
Oh, I
she's
know.
got to deal with herself.
There are lots of things that I wouldn't talk about, except for the fact that I have a 3-hour talk show. And it's just supposed to do is you're supposed
We
to
can talk about a lot of stuff. Let's talk
throw
about,
it all out there. Let's talk about HPV because I know nothing about it.
let's talk
I know
a little
nothing
about
about. Let's talk about your
HPV.
book because you were in here. You're reading this book. You're doing an audio book, and I would like you to promote it. Is that your real name?
Actually, it's. I just changed this. It's my legal name. Yeah, Zayna de Gaia. My
It's
name is Zayna, but I changed it to Gaia. De Gaia means from the earth. So.
Ask me about Greek mythology. I'll go on and on.
So this book was written in like 2 weeks, George. And what happened is I discovered I had HPV. And when I went to the doctors, they basically told me, no, you can't do anything about it. And that's it. You know?
That's it? Wow.
And you're just, you know, you go home and you're left with all this shame, this guilt, and these questions of like, what do I do now? Am I going to get cancer? Can I have kids? Can I have sex? Do I tell my boyfriend? Do I tell my ex-boyfriend?
Right.
Can I have a boyfriend? So I went on a journey with myself and really dug deep into studying about healing, and also dug deep into the emotional stuff, because, healing and anything, like if you look at cancer, HPV, HIV, it's a physical, dis-ease, but it's all interconnected. It's also emotional dis-ease, and the emotional stuff manifests the physical stuff.
Right.
So it starts first at
mind over body.
Absolutely.
I mean, your brain's in charge of healing.
Yeah.
And right.
So I reversed the HPV in my body.
Excuse me.
I went back to the gynecologist and I was clear of it.
Wow.
Now
I know nothing about it.
Okay.
I mean, obviously that it's a virus and it can lead to cancer. I mean,
Yes.
that's it. All those questions that you threw out there, I knew the answer to 2 of them.
Let me tell you a little about it. The thing about HPV
Yeah.
is most people don't know anything about it because it's very gray area. There's no sure way to say it's not in my body, because it could be laying dormant.
Sure.
And it will not be detected when I go to the gynecologist and do my pap test. However, my mission is, and my stand is, to erase the stigma around HPV so that people can heal emotionally. And then when you heal emotionally and you heal spiritually, the body heals. I healed my body because I healed the emotions, and I healed the guilt, and I healed the stigma and the shame around it. And when I did that, I knew the physical was going to go away, and it did. It went away naturally. Now, I combined, of course, healing happens physical with what you eat and what you don't eat. And it's also has to do with the stress, right?
Mhm.
Stress and food are 2 of the biggest problems that people have with their health. So this is what this book is about. And truthfully, this could be thank you for anything.
Okay.
This is healing for anything. It applies for anything. The only difference is with HPV, it's a virus, so you have to boost your immune system. So I really emphasize eating foods and taking herbs that boost the immune system, so that if you have an immune system that's strong, nothing can fuck with you. Not HPV, not that Ebola thing, not anything, because you have a
Right.
strong system. Because right now, I mean, we're living in a crazy world. There's chemtrails, there's shit in our food, the water's not that great. So we've got to boost our immune system from within and just live the best life that we can, and
Absolutely.
be happy.
Yeah. No, I mean, the food thing, we could go on and on. You are what you eat. That's a fact. That's not some quip. That's what your body does. It takes that food and it turns it into you. And so you want to start with good materials.
Yeah.
And at the very least, and not, load up on lard and sugar and everything. But I don't know anything about HPV. Like, how does one how does one go about acquiring HPV?
Okay, so human papillovirus, okay? It's been it's gotten really big in the last probably 10 years.
I keep saying human paloma virus, but that means dove. So it's not that.
Papillovirus. So
Popula?
you know what? It's a virus that they've detected.
Can I hold your book?
Yeah, it's been around for like tens of thousands of years, but it hasn't had an impact on the human body until recently. Now, you can, if you're having sex with or without a condom, you most likely have HPV.
Really?
That's
with or without?
Listen, that's my theory. No, well, not the part that's my theory is you most likely have it if you are having sex, because yes, it gets transmitted with the use of a condom or without the use of a condom. So everybody's having sex with people, and it.
Yes, we are.
It's being transmitted. So for me, HPV is just a part of 2015, the life that we live in, just like cancer, just like anything else. It's something that we just need to accept as part of our society right now. And the solution is not to for example, the vaccine that they created for it, it's just actually creating harm. And it's not getting to the source, of what it's about. When we talk to young girls about HPV, we just tell them, you got to take a vaccine so you cannot have cancer. But nobody's talking to them about, don't have sex with people, that you don't want to have sex with, or just value your body, respect
Unless it's
yourself.
me.
Shut
totally
up, George.
Have sex with me, even if you don't want to.
Freaky.
Yeah.
They're young girls.
Now you got her sitting the thing because you just
Yeah. I need some. I need some too. So-
You can't really overdo
Didn't
it
mean
with
to
the
read-
lavender. You'll just be feeling really high all day. But
Oh, geez. I don't know how to deal with that.
and the good, well, there's no crash. With other highs, usually you have a little crash. It's just kind of
steady.
kind of steady, and just doesn't go just really nice and sweet.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't need Xanax to come down off of this.
But
Xanax.
that's
Just do some yoga, meditate.
But that's very ironic what you said about the HPV. The fact that it wasn't something that can be traced when you're getting a pap or something like that, but they still can diagnose you with it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I got HPV when I was 17.
Okay.
I went to the doctors. They told me I had HPV, and I was like, what the fuck is that? It sounds like HIV.
Right.
I didn't say a word about it to anybody. I just kept it to myself. 10 years later, and then I went to the gynecologist like year after year, and I would get these normal pap smears.
Right.
Like nothing was there. 10 years later, I dealt with a stressful situation. I went to the gynecologist, and they told me I had HPV. So it had been dormant for 10 years, right? And even now, if people, because I claim that I reversed HPV. The truth is, I reversed the symptoms, which are warts. They show up like in your genital area, and most people will go and get it burnt. And can you imagine like burning? Yeah, it's horrible. So I took care of mine naturally, like with foods and everything that I did.
Right.
But I can't 100% tell anybody that I'm HPV free for real.
Right.
However, I'm free of the stigma, and I'm free of the guilt, and I'm free of all the bullshit that comes with it.
Right.
So guys can get it too.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
The thing with the guys is, it may have changed, but there isn't a test for guys. I know they've been trying to figure out a test
That's
for guys.
odd.
And the symptoms are unclear too. I get a lot of emails from people around the world asking me questions, and I hear about guys that went to their doctors, had some kind of bumps or symptoms, and their doctor told them it was HPV. But from my research, there isn't like a clear symptom for men.
Huh.
Yeah, it can, like, men are basically carriers. You can just be
I
transferring
see.
it.
Wow. Well, that's one for us.
Yeah. For me, the conversation around HPV is like, live your best life and really take care of yourself. Respect yourself, respect others, and don't let something like this take you down. It's like, allow it this to like take your life to the next level. Allow it to be a fucking wake-up call.
I would love to read.
This is your
book.
copy.
This is my copy that you're gonna wait. No, get the Sharpie.
Give me a Sharpie.
I want the big fat Sharpie over here. Pretty bold. I love the about the author in the back. That was so cute. You're a gypsy. You're a Roma. Roma. Get it?
So right now, I am staying at the ashram at the I Love Yoga. We have an ashram.
But you're a genuine gypsy because we have a genuine gypsy radio show here on the station.
I don't know what a genuine gypsy is, but I definitely have the the essence of.
They speak the Romanesque. They have a language. We have the Kingdom of God hour every Saturday night, which is the Kingdom of God hour. Ironically, is an hour and a half long, and from 10 to 11:30, and these are real gypsies. They have an international audience. They get calls from all over the world. We have a little thing that shows where the people are listening from, and you open it up, and they've got people listening in England, France, Spain, Detroit, Chicago, New York, and they're all calling up, and it's like Spanglish, but with Romanesque. They slip into and out of the language. Now I'm picking it up. God is Devla, Jesus is Mohadel. Massimo George, my name is Massimo George. My name is George. Picking it up, sitting here. Wonderful people, really nice people. They have their own music, their own Christian music. It's an entire genre. They have a library of gypsy Christian music.
I've never heard of this.
They perform live here in the studio. They bring the guitar. Fat Mike, that's his name. They all have nicknames. Fat Mike comes in, and he's an amazing guitar player and singer. And real gypsies. I mean, I knew a few. I mean, not just the ones that ripped me off in my life, but I went to school with a few, and I've even had gypsy neighbors back at the house I used to have.
Cool. I say gypsy because I traveled with Moses around the country. We had a green bus that ran on veggie oil. We still have it.
Chris told me so many things. I've met Moses a few times. Some of the things here came from him. The Krishna picture.
Yes, I'm so happy it's still here.
Yeah, I brought those. Used to be in my studio is my apartment. The original SoFlo Radio Studios is where I live now. It used
I've
to
been
be,
there. The one in
used
Hollywood.
to be my man cave. You've been there?
Yeah, I was on Monica's show a couple of times.
But I wasn't there at the same time.
And Larnell's a friend too.
What a family.
Amazing.
We need to party. Maybe a comedian night. So yeah, that I don't know what color you would call that. The thing that's hanging on the wall there with the pockets that Moses gave me, and the Krishna picture all used to be in my apartment, and now I brought them over here because it's this is studio decorations over here. But Chris told me all about the veggie oil bus.
Yeah, we were on the road for a year, and then the year before for probably half of the year.
I totally want to do that.
You know what? It was a very freeing experience.
Sure.
And coming back from that, I was definitely a transformed human being and a transformed woman. Like, I went from having a walk-in closet to not giving a shit about that. And it's pretty cool. I can be anywhere right now, and I have no attachments.
Right.
I do. I have an attachment.
There's a bag in here.
Wi-Fi.
It's everything
and
I
my
need.
phone.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, that's it. That's what mine looks like a bag. Oops, stuff.
This is it. That's
your world.
I had to bring my laptop in, so that's why this is. But this is anything that I might need for anything. I could bug out with this. I could just live out of this thing. I can charge anybody's phone.
It's just freeing to know to value your life from within rather than what you have on the outside.
Sure. What I've been cross country by bus, Greyhound and Trailways 7 times between here and Montana.
Wow.
With a day pack and all my stuff underneath. I loved it. Loved it. You get to actually see things, meet weird people. And I want to do it again, but I have obligations, independence, and so I don't know. Maybe
you're single now.
She's 18. I'm a big part of my daughter's life. All of her activities are with me. All of her outside of the house activities that was always me. Not to talk about somebody, but somebody doesn't do things. So whenever the children, anything that the children did, whether it was a kiddie birthday party, going to the park, or skating, then and now, that's my job. That's what I do. So I need to be here for her to take her skating.
Yeah, I got
and
it.
nothing else. Going to get you to the roller rink one of these days.
I would love to come.
Do what time is your show on Wednesday? From when to when? Because I know that sometimes these things start a little bit late.
It doesn't start that late. I would say it starts at 8:00.
Okay, yeah. That's not a good time because I could probably get there at 10.
Okay.
That's not good.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will text you.
Okay.
When I know. Because like last time, I was the last one to go on.
Okay.
So I didn't go on till maybe 9:30 or 10. And it was awesome to be the last one because everybody was drunk by then, right?
Yeah,
and everything is funny.
Everything's funny when you're drunk.
But that was my first time doing stand-up. And I always make jokes, but doing stand-up in front of people for real, like people really laughed and I'm fucking funny. And I've been on a roll since.
You are funny. You are funny. What a just a bunch of things you are. I talk for a living. You're a very multifaceted person. It's very fascinating and that's a little bit creepy. Hey, I've been in your apartment. That's
you were not there.
Whew, I got a little bit of a chill. You weren't there.
What was in that apartment? There was a few cool things in
There's
there.
a lot of cool things in there. It's even cooler now.
Yeah.
Now that I live there, I've really
realize
cleaned it
that
up,
was your
decorated. Yeah. Well, it was my man cave. That place has a story. 14 years ago, I was going to get a divorce again, and she talked me out of it. But I went and got the apartment and was living there for about a month, talking to lawyers, going to get the divorce. But she begged me not to divorce her, to give her another chance. So I went back, but one of the conditions was I'm not going to give up that apartment because one of the problems among many is, I can't breathe here. I can't do anything. I can't have it. She was very antisocial. She would refuse to have anyone over. I said, I can't entertain here. I can't have my friends over and play cards or anything. So
you should write a book.
I got
Thank you for your divorce.
Thank you for my divorce. So that was my man cave. I was making a lot of money. My friends all pitched in, and so that's where we would play cards. And then they invented routers, so we started playing computer games together and things like that. And then my brother came back from California, and that was his apartment for a while. I always took care of my brother. He was brain damaged during his birth, so I was always, even though he was my older brother, I always took care of them. And then he died because he was overweight and he smoked cigarettes. So, because I have a peeve, I could just go on and on about weight issues. All the things that people talk about, this is unhealthy, that's unhealthy, and the smoking and this and that, and the drugs and the alcohol abuse and all this abuse. I've only ever lost loved ones to one thing, and that's smoking. Sugar,
wow.
Weight. He was the only one of my friends who smoked. But our webmaster, Eric, Neil, died, got a second stroke complication from diabetes. Two of my very close friends, 29, 35, 42. These are the ages that these people died. That's young.
Yeah.
That's really young. And it was because they abused food.
It's because the food pyramid is bullshit.
It is bullshit. But
the
they were
education we
carbs.
have
It's
around
carbs and
food.
sugar and the same thing. And it was fat. They were fat and they died. All right. And I'm sorry, and I sound insensitive on the surface for people that don't know me, but I'm not insensitive because my friends, I, and family members tried to keep these people from committing slow suicide. We would take turns monitoring them, being with them so that they wouldn't abuse the food, and they would sneak it like any other substance abuser. They would hide it in the bathroom. They would hide candy stashes around the house so that they could go and get some. You know, it was horrible.
You know, the food thing is not a food problem. You know, it's like it's an emotional thing,
sure,
right?
That's how everybody, you know, fills that hole with something.
Exactly.
And food, it's yummy. We releases endorphins in our brain. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I was having
could be
steak
healing.
tacos last night. I couldn't stop eating them. I gorged myself. But I'll do that once, and then the next few days I'll, you know, do penance.
And you skate
do
and you
penance
move.
for that, and I skate. And that's not all I do. I do the exercises and things too. So it's yeah, I'm so glad that you do all these things. It's like you're just helping people all the time with your book and your yoga and the essential oils and the nutrition and the traveling around. That's what I got to. So back to this conversation's all over the place. I want to get on a bus when my daughter's 18, and maybe she'll want to go with me because she really loves to skate. And so my big dream. And maybe it's something that we'll do over the summer, is take a roller rink tour of America. There are some really amazing roller rinks out there.
That's
if you
cool.
look, like some of them are huge. We went to Portland and they had a bunch of stupid rules, but otherwise their rink, it was huge. It was the size of an auditorium, the floor like glass, varnished wood floor like glass. And it was just awesome. And I know there are rinks like that around. There's one in upstate New York that's supposed to be the biggest one in the country. Let me at it. Let me at that roller rink. So, and she's fine as long as she has her electronics. She can either be playing the electronics or skating or sleeping. That's it. That's the 12-year-old. And skating, if I miss skate, like I could be on my deathbed. I could be so sick that I can barely move. Excuse me. I have a phlegm ball. I could be so sick that I could barely move and she won't accept no for an answer. I still have to take her skating. And she hoots. I should show you. She hoots when she skates. She's so excited. I just saw your text again. I'm going to try to find this.
I'm big in communication.
This is audio. This is an audio thing, so the audience will be able to hear it possibly. Possibly. Yeah, here we go. Is she skating by?
That's her?
Thank you. Yeah, that's for the first 15 minutes to half an hour when we get to the roller rink. She hoots.
Have you ever taken her to yoga?
Yes, as a matter of fact, her schedule and mine are. It would constitute an extra day for me. Mom doesn't mind. Yeah. Get her out of there. But it's my schedule. Is that yours? Is that your yoga schedule?
That's the yoga schedule for the studio.
I love yoga. And which of these classes do you teach?
My name is
on
there.
Their name is on
Yeah,
there.
I teach Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. My classes are a little bit more rigorous, but they're open to everybody.
Ooh, okay.
So I give a lot of modifications. So even if you're new or if you are out of shape, you could still do everything, but everybody finds their place in it. But we do move. It's not a slow class.
Or I should say irregular yoga class. It's called Stress Less Yoga, and it's very meditative. It's an hour and a half long, and it's very chill. And a lot of older people there, older ladies and everything. And it's she does it at the Church by the Sea in Fort Lauderdale. So nice big, hardwood floor and big windows looking over the river and everything. And it's very nice, but I would love to visit your studios one of these days because, got so much, and many people in common.
January 31st, we're having a festival.
Okay.
So every couple of months, we do a teacher training. So we train people to teach yoga. It's a 10-week program. And what's really cool is at the end of their training, they put on their own yoga festival. So they organize it.
Oh, boy.
They promote it. They teach at their own festival. And these are brand new teachers, so they're like putting themselves out in the world in a big way. So that's what's January 31st. It's called Soul Fusion. It's at I Love Yoga, and it's a yoga festival open to the public so that we can introduce people to yoga, share, the healing. Also, there's going to be vendors with healing foods. And so it's just an awesome opportunity to be around like really awesome community and people who are up to big things.
Practically everybody that I know is into yoga. And I got to get back into it. I mean, because I believe that if you do, I mean, it's not all you should do, but if you do cardio and yoga, you're going to be able to move until the day you die.
Yeah,
you'll be able to be fit.
I do yoga and I walk on the beach and I do Zumba.
Yeah.
I love to dance. But
Okay.
I'm not a club person. I don't go out, so I need to move that energy that way.
That's funny that you should bring that up because I'm trying to schedule my lifestyle. I'm plotting my course, and I love to skate, and I got the yoga, and I'm doing the pull-ups and sit-ups and everything. But I also enjoy dancing,
Come do
and
Zumba.
I can't afford to keep going to the clubs, and also
I go to LA Fitness.
LA Fitness.
Yeah, I go to the gym. Yeah.
Where at?
The one here in Hollywood on Sheridan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
They have Zumba every day.
I've never done Zumba. I don't even know.
If you like to dance, it's just like an hour of nonstop dancing.
Really?
It's so fun. I just started it like a month ago, and it's like, it's awesome.
Zumba with a Z-O-O?
Z-U-M-B-A. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about something. Tai Chi class, something like that. But I really like to dance, and like the club scene. I like it. Yeah. I like it. It's just expensive.
I don't drink. I don't like being around the scene of everybody drunk. I'm always the
What I don't like is
standing.
there's cigarette smoking going on.
And that
in there.
too.
I'm over that. Sorry, Boca Brit. I'm over the cigarette smoke. I used to be very cool and tolerant about it, and now less so. I'm sorry. It's like you people stink. I'm sorry. You don't know. You don't know how bad you smell, you cigarette smokers, because you're not smelling it anymore. But your clothes, your car, your house reek. You
and
really
then
reek
me,
your breath.
I get home smelling like
oh,
that.
I got a friend I will not allow inside my car. It's like I can't let you in my car. I have to park with the windows open in the sun and then Febreze everything in there and let the car cook in the sun for a while. Let the Febreze cook the cigarette smoke out, and then still I'm smelling it for 2 or 3 days afterwards. They visit my place. And my place smells like cigarettes. Even if they don't smoke inside, they get the molecules. They get on the chair. That's all on their clothes, and then the clothes. God forbid you should have a fabric furniture. Now the vinyl on the furniture in my mom's house. Now it's all starting to make sense. We're Cuban. So what flavor are you if you're not a genuine gypsy? What's your ethnicity?
I'm French Canadian.
Get out!
Hey,
je me souviens, mon ami.
My family is from Lebanon, so
okay.
I'm an Arab,
Assalamu alaikum.
Canadian. Assalamu alaikum. And I just went to the Middle East for the first time last year, and I'm going back this year. I went to Beirut.
Which part? Oh, really?
Oh, I loved it, man. It was my first time there with my peoples and I went there. I taught. I did women's workshops. I did yoga retreats. I met the community there, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually creating a GoFundMe today to raise money to go back and teach and do what I need to do there, because there's a lot of work to be done there, and I really connected deeply with the women there.
Yeah, I all for people going over there and volunteering and helping out. I mean, they're just getting blown up all the time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like real people like us.
Right.
They're just living. And I got to like really hang out with people there, and
I've met a few Lebanese cool people. Awesome food.
Yeah.
By the way.
Tabbouleh.
Where can you find Lebanese food around here?
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's a few places, but South Florida for me is not for food.
No?
Especially Lebanese food.
Well, I mean, I like South Florida for food compared to other places, but then when you compare it to other places like New Orleans...
Or like New York, like health food wise, South Florida needs a little boost. I heard you say something, and I want to do something about it. You said that you want to get back into yoga.
Yes.
So yoga is just about like being present, having unity with yourself and with others, and breath. So I'd love for us to breathe. Can we breathe?
Yeah, because I talk about it all the time. I'm the worst. It's a horrible discrepancy. For someone who understands the importance of breathing as much as I do, I don't breathe.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't breathe. I wait till I'm out of breath, when I'm skating or exerting myself?
It's really like using the breath as a tool so that you can slow down the nervous system and also slow down the reactions, because like, you know, shit happens and you're like, fuck you, this, that, right?
Shit
exactly.
happening.
So why don't we breathe instead? And it's a practice. It doesn't come easy at first, you know, but like you do it first.
I never
when you're
remember
calm.
to. I need a tattoo on the inside of my eyelids.
It's very
breathe.
hard. Like in the moment, it's hard. So what you do is you take start with 2 minutes to 5 minutes a day when you wake up in the morning and just breathe. Okay. So I'm going to show you a technique.
After I go to the bathroom, because I get up in the morning.
This is for high catastrophes. Okay. This is a very powerful technique. So you put your hands like this on your chest.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to breathe in. You're going to breathe out. You're going to hold the air out. Don't inhale. Don't inhale. Keep the air out. Keep the air out. Keep the air out. Now inhale. Exhale. You're doing great. And then just hold the air out. Don't let it in yet. Inhale. Last one. Good. Exhale. Don't inhale yet. Just hold the air out. And inhale. Good. And just relax.
That's some good work with the music there, Jack. I don't know if you heard that.
No.
I'm wearing
We had
headphones.
a little relaxing music.
Oh, that's awesome.
How do you feel? That's nice.
I feel awesome. Oh, look at my.
So that technique, that is actually for like disasters. Like shit goes down.
Okay.
Take that on. Now, a really simple technique is, I mean, it's just breathing. If you just sit in the morning, you wake up and you set your timer for 2 to 3 minutes and sit and watch yourself breathe. And you practice becoming the observer instead of being the one that reacts to everything. You can like step out of situations and just observe yourself. Oh, look, I'm doing what I do again. Oh, look, I'm being a jerk. Oh, look. And you don't have to react to everything. So just little by little steps. You know, I still I lose it sometimes, even though I meditate. But it's a practice.
It's a horrible thing because when I'm skating, here's what happens. I hear a song I like. Ooh, I like this song. I'm gonna go skate, and I'm out there, and I just relatively quickly get up to a good speed, and I lose myself in the song, and I'm jamming, and then I realize that I'm out of breath, which I know it's like that's too late, and then I'm out of breath and I'm playing catch up, and I can't skate then at that velocity for as long as I would want to, and then I'm not enjoying the skate as much as I know I can be because now I'm playing catch up.
Right.
You know, and I can catch my breath pretty quickly, you know, as a non-smoker, I have the ability to catch my breath. But then I don't want to ruin my skate by going through that cycle, whereas when I do remember to start breathing the way that I ought to be right away, then I can skate that one and 2 more at full speed and be in a groove and everything. If I could just remember to breathe, like I want to spray paint, breathe on the sides of the roller rink walls. They have all these signs with all these stupid rules in there, and I want to just get a Sharpie and go, and breathe. Yeah. We're gonna make a video. I'm working with the girls at the roller rink. We're gonna make a video about explaining the rules. Funny video, like no outside food, and we're gonna have the illustration in the video is gonna be there's gonna be a barbecue. We're gonna bring a barbecue inside the roller rink, and somebody's gonna be grilling burgers and handing them out. And no outside food, no carrying babies while on roller skates, no carrying children while on roller skates. We're gonna have one of the good skaters have one of those baby carriers, but it's gonna be a watermelon inside, and we're gonna have him fall and the watermelon splat all over the place, things like that. But yeah, breathe. Thank you so much for my book, by the way. I'm going to totally read that. That's going to go in my bathroom bookcase. Listen, I get a lot. Everybody, it's a wonderful choice collection of books in there, funny and serious. Freud is there. There's survival handbooks there.
Well, most people who are dealing with HPV will not talk about it. You know, they're not going to just
I don't talk about my herpes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have herpes.
So this is something that somebody can pick up and anonymously read and find out more about.
I would like to find out more about it. What is your take, since it was a controversy here recently about the mandatory vaccine that they were making the girls take? Yeah.
I don't want to get into it. It's too much conspiracy theory, but I think vaccines are ineffective, and I think their intention is just profit. So
yeah,
well, in that particular case, there's no question, because the company that was making the vaccines was owned by the brother of the politician.
And it's the same Western philosophy of like, let's cut off the symptom, but let's not look at what caused it in the first place. You know, like you can get rid of the symptoms of HPV, but you're still at risk. You're still, you know, there's still stuff that can happen. You're still at risk for your health, not only with HPV, but with everything else that we all have. Like, we all have the beginnings of cancer in our body.
Sure. Well, it's a mutation, and right, that because cancer cells happen, and then we defeat them, and they happen, we defeat them. It's when they make, they go over that line, they go over that threshold where they're reproducing faster than our body can kill them, is when it becomes a problem. Sure. I mean, mutation, because I'm Mr. Science guy. Mutation is why there's the diversity in life, but mutations are usually bad. It's when that rare positive mutation occurs that you get an evolutionary advantage or something. And cancer is our cells being mutated by a variety of things: toxins, the sun, tar from cigarettes. We're mutating our cells by exposing ourselves to.
And our body's
to
just
these
talking
things.
to us, it's
right.
just giving
There's
you
so many things in our
signal.
environment right now. There's
frequencies
there's
and all that.
steroids and antibiotics and the what they're feeding all the animals, and there's pesticides on the vegetables, and they're GMO, and anyway, and just like there's really almost no escaping
Corn
all
syrup.
of these additives unless you have a farm of your own on top of a mountain under a dome that you regulate it yourself.
George, South Florida is such like fertile soil.
Oh yeah.
We have we have an urban ashram. We're on Griffin Road. There's not much grass, but we have one strip of grass on the side of like this where we park, and we grow so much superfoods. There's so much food in Florida that you don't know is superfood, but it's real healing foods, and there's so much of it. People just walk by it, and they don't realize.
I want to grow my own asparagus.
Yeah, baby.
Single.
Just like, well, why asparagus? What's your deal with asparagus? Because I notoriously didn't like the yucky vegetables all my life, like broccoli and cauliflower and spinach. But people didn't tell me that you could eat those things raw. It's like, why didn't you tell me I could eat these things raw? I don't like them cooked. It's yucky, especially cooked spinach. But asparagus, it's like, wow, this is the only yucky vegetable that I actually like. I really like this stuff,
You
and I know
cook
it's good for
your
you.
asparagus?
I eat it raw. I eat it cooked. I'll buy one of those big old bundles at Publix, and then over the next 2 days.
Asparagus, just so you know, its healing properties are activated when it's slightly steamed.
Well, that's what I do usually.
Just keep it like al dente, just keep it a little crunchy.
I eat it right out of I dip it in something, or I don't, or I just eat it. That's a snack. I'll steam it. I'll broil it, in a little bit of butter and add it to stuff. It'll be my side dish. I don't know. It goes with everything. It's like black. And go to the steakhouse, and like Longhorn, they got asparagus on the menu. It's $1.50 upcharge. It's like totally worth it. Asparagus or green beans, and I like green beans too. All that. What sort of superfoods do you grow in there in your little garden?
Oh, we have herbs.
Okay.
We have like basil and mints. We have like this crazy wild spinach that grows. I've never seen spinach like that. It's quite large.
That sounds good. Because I like spinach salad.
Sounds like weed.
Yeah. Weed?
Weed?
No, it's not weed.
Yeah.
The spinach
we're
weed?
not growing weed.
Spinach weed.
No.
I wouldn't say it on the radio if we were either.
You are a smart
You're going
woman.
to send the cops over to their place, man.
We don't grow weed.
No.
They do not grow weed at the I Love
Just
Yoga.
herbs.
At the
Just
I Love
herbs.
Yoga Studios, located at 2980
Healing herbs.
Griffin Road.
Mint, basil, rosemary, oregano. Those are the healing herbs we grow.
Yeah.
I actually was
Okay.
there when
You
Moses
look
had
very
a show.
familiar.
Well,
You
You were at the show
Yeah.
when we were doing it at I Love Yoga.
Yep, I was there.
See,
That's where I seen you.
We're all interconnected here
Yeah.
at SoFlo Radio.
SoFlo
the SoFlo
family.
Radio Extended Family.
Awesome.
I was in your apartment. Ooh, it's weird. What did you go through? Because I have no idea what Monica does when she's there. When she was, producing shows, it's one of those things like I would come back there after she was done doing shows, and there would be subtle things, subtle changes in the environment, you know, that just starts you on a whole thought process like, why was somebody into this? Why was somebody using this? You know, did somebody use my deodorant? Can you get a virus from somebody else's armpits? Who's using my Mitchum? Whose armpit hair is that? That's not my color.
You had a secret box in there. I got in your secret stash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was it? Not a secret anymore. It's like Pandora's box. I was just, I'm telling the Pandora story lately these days. Don't ask me why. But I tell it funny. Greek mythology is funny. De Gaia.
De Gaia.
De Gaia is a goddess of the earth. Or actually the earth.
Yeah.
But that's how the Greeks did things. Titaness, actually, if you want to be technical about it. She was a titan. Titaness. But it really depends. There's so many variations of all of the myths and everything. But amazing stuff. And the sky, what's the name of the sky? Uranus.
Really?
Yeah.
Titanus, Uranus.
Yeah, there's so many variations because everybody knows how things came into existence. In the beginning, there was chaos, and in the chaos, there was Erebus, space, and Nyx, the night, and they coupled, and Nyx gave birth to an egg, and the egg cracked, and the top half became Uranus, the sky, and the lower half became Gaia, the earth, and inside the egg was Eros, love.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then other things started happening and coming into play. Are these guys showing up?
Sounds like it.
We have Kent Wallace showing up. Hey, you can sit down and start doing some what do you call it? Show prep work over here. This is the lovely Zayna de Gaia.
That's our residential blowhard.
Zayna de Gaia. This is
Kent Wallace.
This is professional bloviator Kent Wallace over here, who's going to be coming in.
Bloviator.
He is. He's a patron of the arts. And we drink a lot. It's one of my drinking buddies.
Man.
We go to happy hour.
We do.
Is that for
and
you?
The happy hour extends for
guys?
many hours often.
It just goes, but yeah. So I shouldn't drink. I should just eat the asparagus and stop the drinking.
I shouldn't tell you what to do. It just depends what your intentions are.
Get drunk.
If your intention is to get drunk, then it would make sense for you to drink.
I really like whiskey.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I know. Yeah, we have that cheap whiskey when we go there for happy hour, and people know that I like whiskey, so they keep buying me bottles of whiskey, especially around December when it's my birthday and Christmas. And here's another bottle of whiskey, and some of them are really good, and I'll just drink the whiskey because it's so yummy. It's really a yummy thing. So, but you don't drink at all?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Just natural healing herbs.
I drink
over
lots
here.
of water. I drink kombucha.
Okay.
There's a little alcohol in it.
Yeah. Made from a mushroom.
Yeah,
No?
fermented, yeah.
Yeah. I know people that have some growing in the kitchen.
Yeah, kombucha's great. It's,
We had, all the glasses that you see here because of the drinking show that we do called By the Glass every Thursday at 6, from 6 to 7. And she, what is that? Text line number. I don't get it. Oh, the text line number. You want me to read that? Yes. Why don't you read it?
For anybody that wants to text the show, you can text us at 954-666-8970.
Thank you. Anyway, they had people on that make a kombucha or kombucha. Kombucha beverage like
She
Snapple.
says it nice.
Yes, she's a professional kombucha sayer. Anyway, they have in bottles like Snapple kombucha. It's like 1% alcohol.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Just but
well,
do
you know,
have to
at
have
Whole
less-
Foods, they pulled it off the shelves because it has alcohol, and now they've put it back. And what they do is the ones that are older, because the more it sits, the more alcohol it has. So the ones that are older, they have a label on it that says you have to be 18 and older to buy
I
it.
see.
And then the ones that are newer
It's
are
still such a
just
low
regular.
percentage. I mean, it's like near beer.
Yeah, but people made noise about it.
These beverages that we were drinking, they had it, flavored with other things, and we were drinking them, and they're very yummy. And I thought, what would make this beverage really yummy is vodka. Some vodka would make it taste like a lot yummier. I didn't think that wasn't a funny joke. Didn't like that joke.
Yeah.
I know.
Drink
Just
alcohol.
just
Have you ever, or is this been a lifelong passion?
You know, I think when I was in high school, like I tried drinking and got sick, and I just never did it again.
So I was with
just
cigarettes.
my
I
thing.
tried hard. I wanted to be cool.
Me too. Like I feel like like it'd be like social drinking, but it just doesn't mix well with me. And I like to be conscious. Like I like to be aware, especially if I'm out like that. Like I don't like to just you know.
Could run into Bill Cosby. You got to be very careful.
You're an inspiration. I'm the only time that I like to be aware. Excuse me. I didn't eat anything today. Not on purpose. I just got way too busy. I just had the coffee, so now I have the empty stomach hiccups. You know that? Like
no, I just know the empty stomach like growling.
Growling, but it's like my stomach. There's a vacuum in there, and I'm getting empty stomach hiccups. But you're an incredible inspiration, because I like to be all sharp and lucid while at work, and then not. Like I my life is very compartmentalized.
I get that. I mean, me too. You know, I have like my compartments where I like to just like.
I want to be very lucid, but it's like now comes Miller time, and it's like somebody sounded a whistle or something like that,
you're
and
gone.
And I mean, it's not every day. It's not a routine thing, and I don't drink every day. I don't do anything every day. I'm afraid of habits. I'm afraid of a habit becoming an addiction. I've been around too many people with addictions, and I can see how
you get that. Yeah. Well, you could transform how you look at the word habits, or addiction, even like being addicted to yoga.
Sure.
Good for you.
Well, I mean,
being addicted to kombucha.
Well, there's
being
a difference.
Addicted to
being addicted to love.
There's a difference between a habit and an addiction, and I don't ever want to cross the line. From habit to an addiction to where it's gonna be really hard for me to change this behavior.
Right, where you rely on it. It's like becomes
right, and as soon as something becomes a routine, then it's very difficult to make it not a routine anymore.
Well, everything is
like
about
Kent Wallace and clean laundry.
Exactly.
It's not a routine.
Or me in marriage.
Yeah,
6 wives.
God.
You're addicted to suffering.
I guess so.
I guess so, yeah.
But everything is a relationship. Just like we nurture our relationship with others, there's actually we have a relationship with food. You have a relationship with alcohol. It's either healthy or it's unhealthy. We have a relationship with money. Like you either... you're either attracting money or you're not. Like some people say, oh, I want money, but they're like talking shit about money, then you're not going to attract money.
That was my problem my whole life. I'm not talking shit about money anymore. I would really like to attract it. I've been sending it love letters and poems. Writing love
treat
poems
it nicely.
to money.
You
Sure.
find money, honor it, and
I
give away
straighten
money.
out every time I get money. I straighten it out. Like if it's dog-eared or something, I straighten it out.
Don't roll it up
line
anymore.
It up, no, I don't wad it. I don't wad it up and throw it at the cashier anymore. Like take my money. I hate it. No, I really want to start nurturing that money relationship. And
Money
drawing some money
origami.
towards me because it'll make everything else possible. Because that's where I'm at. Besides bitter talk for the sake of the talk show. I'm having a great time right now. Like I'm so single, so incredibly single. The only women in my life are my daughters, and I want to be and all I want to be able to do is maintain what I have going right now. Able to sleep through the night, sleeping well, sleeping without having to drink myself to sleep or dope myself up, sleep nice, nobody snoring or waking me up. It's just very like fucking train. More on that later. My work environment, whether it's here or at home, because it's kind of got the home office thing. Well, you were there, that table. It's just I got the windows, view of the palm trees, very much like this. Everything is very fine and nice and tranquil and placid. I want to be able to maintain that and then allow someone to come into that world.
Have you ever heard of Vipassana?
The what now?
Vipassana.
No, I have not.
I'm headed over there in March. Vipassana is a meditation. It's taught all around the world. It's a 10-day silent meditation retreat where you're taught how to meditate like the Buddha taught.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm headed over there March 4th.
Where?
It's the closest to here. Oh, there's Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
yeah.
Those are my broadcast quality air duct blocking.
I love it. But the closest place to do this here is in Jessup, Georgia. You just take a train ride. But it's very powerful, to learn how to meditate and to learn how to...
I would love to learn how to meditate better.
Well, nobody knows how to meditate. I mean, for most of us, it's very hard, to just sit for 5 minutes, let alone sit for an hour, let alone sit for 14 days.
Practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you are at it. And, of course, the thing that you're trying to achieve is clearing your head. And what we all have a problem with is, and whether you're a yoga teacher, somebody leading a meditation, the thoughts intrude. And through practice, you can allow those thoughts to not intrude or let them pass on through, instead of just attaching yourself to that thought. Now I'm not meditating. Now I'm worrying. I'm thinking about this
I'm
thing.
In reaction.
Yeah. So I noticed that, with practice, I got better at that, at not holding on to that thought that intruded my meditation, but allowing it to pass through. And the coaching really helped. So I know that it's something that can be taught and can be practiced. And
it is, like you said, it's just practice, like we live in such a fast-paced everything, I don't know anybody who stops or that slows down,
right.
Even in the world I live in, the people who do yoga, we're all very fast paced. So it's important for all of us. And the importance right now, especially because the world is changing very quickly. And if we're not paying attention to what's going on, there's a lot of stuff going on. And right now there's a lot of distractions to the truth and what's real. And and the distractions are in the news, on television, and the music that we watch. All that stuff is just pulling us away from what's real. And like you said, what's real is going within. And meditation, is about quieting your mind. But why?
If I can't get a nap in, I meditate. Just sit, and I've got to have at some point in the afternoon. I've got to reset so that I can continue. Because if I don't reset, then it's I've only got another hour or two, and then I shut down. Then I just shut down and start into a drooling idiot, like Kent Wallace over here. I just start drooling. What can I do? What can I do to get you this? I don't want this to sound like I'm asking you out on a date. But because I do this to everyone, even ugly old men like Kent Wallace. What can I do to get you to go skating at least one time?
Attractive.
So I can show off.
I'd love to go skating.
Oh, awesome. You can bring blades. You can bring inlines.
Okay.
They allow them there. You can bring your own, or they have the rentals there, but I don't. I recommend that you bring your own because the
To answer your question, nothing. We can just go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
we'd have to schedule it in advance.
Yeah. Well, I go. I have regular
Wednesday nights. I
regular
teach, but we
and
can work something
irregular sessions.
Okay.
Well, I don't recommend going on Wednesday night.
And I like to go meet your daughter. I love being around. Actually, one of the things I do is I'm a teen whisperer. So there's the dog whisperer.
You'll like her. She's a pit.
Yeah, I love being around young girls, and I love dropping bombs of wisdom and love. Because that's
excellent.
Really
she's a laugh riot. If she's in the mood, she'll do tricks, amusing tricks. Memory tricks, math tricks, music tricks. She can name any song or any note if you play an instrument or anything like that. But she has to be in the mood, and you can't ask her to. She has to be spontaneous about it because then she'll get angry. We go on Wednesdays and Sundays, but not only. I'll throw in Thursday night is adult night. That's the best night as far as Thursday night's where I'm average. I'm an average skater on Thursday nights. All the good skaters go on Thursday night, but that's when they play the good music. That's when it's a really good scene.
So what do? You just go around and around and around and around?
Well, not just around and around and around.
Tell me what else.
Well, you can go forwards, backwards, or sideways while you're going around, and you can weave around people. You can shuffle all together. You can get yourself into a group of friends where you're all doing the same step all together. You can do tricks in the middle of the floor, or learn how to do skate dance moves in the middle of the floor. There's usually somebody out there dancing or skate dancing that'll be happy to teach you what that particular maneuver is. Etc. You can play tag, you can play follow the leader, which is fun. Sometimes the Derby girls go and they turn it into a little mini practice where they play follow the leader through the crowd. And I like to lead follow the leader, and so and it's and there's tables, so you sit and you sip your water or your kombucha. No outside food or drinks in there. So I smuggle stuff in all the time.
I smuggle stuff into the movies, and I always say, if people are gonna say something like, what do you want me to eat here? There's nothing at the vending thing at the movies that's real food.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So like, how can I enjoy myself at the movies like eating this crap? You know, and
smuggle.
I smuggle it in.
Smuggle in a
and
big
I'm
bag
happy
of
to
asparagus.
Smuggle it, and I'm happy to explain to them why I'm smuggling. But nobody.
Oh,
gives
great!
a
Well,
shit.
it's great. She's an outlaw too. She's
organic
beautiful.
outlaw.
She's beautiful. She's an author, a voice-over actress, a yoga instructor, a yoga teacher,
and a comedian.
Okay, a comedian, and an outlaw. All right.
You are awesome.
Yeah, and you haven't even seen her yoga legs, man. She could kick through cinder block with the yoga legs.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was they made an impression on me because she kicked me, and they made an impression.
I didn't kick you.
It is cinder blocks.
Thank you so much. For I know that that you wanted to go at 2:00, and I have to pay attention to these guys over here. Some sort of a contractual obligation thing that I have to do. Namaste.
Blessings to you, George. Thank you.
It's so great having you on the show, and I'll be in touch about. I'll send you skating day options. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to get one of the other shows to come, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, and bring their child and everything. So maybe that would like Sunday afternoon. Is that a?
Let me know. If for me Sunday afternoon now does not work because I'm in teacher training, but in February and March I will be.
Okay.
But listen, I'm going to text you. I have a message for you that I'm not going to tell you on the air.
Okay.
I'm going to text you later.
Wow, I'm all kinds of creepy. She was. You understand that she was at my apartment a couple times.
I heard you said that. I was
not
intrigued.
but I wasn't there. Yeah. Whew. There's this chill ran up and down my spine, you know. All these, yeah. Yeah. Before we go into a break, let's have one more session of this. I'll take another hit of this. I'm going to be high.
Taking a
I feel positively high. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Wow, cool.
I get it. Do you want some?
Woo!
Wow.
Look at my keyboard, Jack.
That wasn't me.
That was you.
All right, I'm going to leave these scheduled with you guys. I hope that that you come and do a yoga class or just come by and say hi.
Please do leave the schedule.
It is a fun place to be.
Hey.
I love
Yes, it
Yoga
is.
Studio. It's on Griffin
Oh, it's in
Road.
Dania. It's where you're from. Cap's from Dania.
There you go. All the Frenchies are there.
In
This
honor of
is,
your energy,
our
I'd like to say this.
You haven't seen it. You should
This
take
shit's the bomb.
that with you, my dear.
Oh, good. Thank you.
That is our paper. He is the publisher. I am.
It's actually a very funny paper. You'll like it, and we're featured prominently in there.
It's nuts. We were just talking about nuts today.
Well, I'm sure you were.
That's right. Don't put this on your nuts. Like I have to go to the bathroom. I was going to go to the bathroom when I walk you out. Am I going to be okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Just don't touch your nuts.
I gotta touch it.
Why do you
I gotta
have to touch
touch
your
it.
nuts when you pee?
I don't have to.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, you don't have.
It's 2:02 on all nut touching radio.
All right.
SoFloRadio.com.
The Owen Frank Noodle Show.
Park was a disaster. Oh, you've been there? The Gadorade?
Gadorade. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's
By the
Gatorade.
way,
That's Gatorade in
Chaparral
Spanish.
Park.
Yeah.
Gadorade.
Gadorade.
I ordered a Gatorade once and he goes, Chico, you got un Gadorade? I'm like, what? Look at Franco. What is he talking about?
Gatorade.
Gatorade, homie. I was like, what?
Little Havana living, baby.
That was awesome. The Owen Frank Noodle Show. Tuesday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m. only on SoFloRadio.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Cohen of the Pizza Loft. The Pizza Loft has been making the best pizza in South Florida for over 300 years.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
What?
Just because you make the best pizza in town don't necessarily mean you can voice your own commercials.
Why not? Look, I just painted my nails for this.
You just get back in the kitchen and do what you know best, okay?
Well, if you think you can do a better job.
A dead man can do better at this, and I'm almost there. Now scram!
All right.
Now see here. You want the best pizza in town? Not to mention a full menu of mouth-watering Italian dishes at prices the whole family can afford? Then you ought to know by now. Pizza Loft is the place for great Italian dining. And the pizza... Mo knows. I stole my share. That's Pizza Loft, 3514 South University Drive in Davie. Or call
916-8880.
When you're ready to actually lose weight safely and steadily while being monitored by a physician, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson is there for you. The family medicine practice was established by her father in 1956 and continues as a medical practice that now specializes in weight reduction. Dr. Kim Jacobson joined the practice 20 years ago as both a family medicine practitioner and weight loss specialist. The Weight Loss Clinic utilizes a combination of appetite suppression medication and vitamins to produce great results, usually 3 to 4 pounds per week for most patients. Now you can change your lifestyle while still enjoying your own food, just less of it. They offer a choice of 2, 3, or 4-week plans. So whether you just need to lose a few pounds or a lot, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson can help you. They're located at 5454 Northeast 4th Avenue in Miami, just 2 blocks west of 54th Street and Biscayne Boulevard. Call them at 305-751-0091. They'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions. That's 305-751-0091. Get started on a beautiful new body today with Dr. Kim Jacobson and the Weight Loss Clinic.
Samantha Natalie, A Great Wall, featuring
Watching my world change from my window.
Sky High.
Are you willing to fly? Let yourself
In 1993.
you and me, and a bottle from 1993.
Samantha Natalie, A Great Wall. Available now on iTunes. Go to SamanthaNatalieMusic.com. Bushwood.
As I jump inside the ocean so blue,
With their sophomore release, Tidal Wave.
we've waited all this time to get the real world off your mind. Yeah.
Get yours on iTunes. Listen on Spotify.
Determination.
South Florida's own Bushwood.
Close your eyes.
For samples and shows, go to bushwoodband.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
Jesse Campo.
Looking up, bringing God into my
With her new release, At Last. South Florida's own Jesse Campo. At Last. Available on CD Baby and iTunes. Jesse Campo. Log on to jessecampomusic.com.
The highest rated online radio station in the world. SoFloRadio.com.
Welcome back, 207, SoFloRadio.com. Is the camera on? Are the mics on?
I hope it's all on, baby.
Were we in the audio slate the entire show there? No. Okay. How you doing, Kent?
Super duper.
Good to see you. Cap?
Doing good, man.
You got to get up to the microphone.
You got to get right on up there like you're a singer. You can grab it and move it in there.
All right, doing good.
Kent warned me about Cap. Said he was a Neely, so
He was a Neely. He gave me discs of shows.
I wore my my special Neil Rogers fan Neely underwear. They're extra absorbent, but double layered.
Nice.
In case of giblet grabbing, because it happens sometimes. It's really weird.
Where do you get those anyway? I had to get a new tattoo.
Special order. Yeah, you got to have them fitted. Welcome to the show. I put it on my calendar. I was telling everybody, third Friday of every month.
Third Friday of every month.
I put it on my calendar, and I had that recurring thing over there. Jack's finding that song.
Oh, goody! It's called "Hang On Hollywood." It's the latest. You know, we performed that song on your show last time, the 3064 FAR. And then Larry, Joe, and I decided to write a song to, a little ode, tribute to Hollywood. And so we did it.
Thank you. Did you record it? Obviously.
Yeah, in Larry's little studio. I mean, it's very simple recording.
One young circle.
Yeah, one young circle. Exactly.
Is this it here? We're hearing it now.
Hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove. Hang on, Hollywood, do it like you should. Got the beach and broadwalk, sand and sun. Got some fine little fillies, and I had to have some fun. So hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove. Hollywood is the place to be. It's outer space for me and V. It's ocean artists who know the score. It's our hometown, Hollywood, don't ask for more. Hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove. Hang on, Hollywood, let's all get in cahoots. Got the bars downtown, slinging suds and wings. Got some tripped out cats, really know how to swing. So hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove. Hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove. Hang on, Hollywood, hang on to your groove.
Well, I like that song. You should probably go, get a good person to sing it.
Yeah,
yeah. Not as good as you were in the '80s, man.
Yeah, no.
What was the name of that band?
I think it's the hair.
Spectacles.
The Spectacles, yeah.
Now we're times 10.
Now you're the contact lenses.
Now that you're
Yeah, we're the contact lenses. We're the fucking LASIK surgeries.
You're the spectaculars. So welcome to the show, Cap. Cap's never been here before.
No.
And what's your function in Cahoots magazine?
Well, I guess you could say that's my newspaper,
George,
okay. I want you to know I never listened to Neil. I just wanted to hear you on the air.
Oh, you were a lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
I was a George fan.
No way. No. Well, we're working. The good news, I'll get you a George shirt then. The good news is we're updating our it's either going to be Zazzle or Cafe Press. I don't know which one it is. You're familiar with these sites. You can put any image of anything on there. And we got the new logo, so I'm gonna get some George shirts printed up on there, but people can order their own, like one at a time. Like you could put the logo on a coffee mug. That's how those things came about.
Cool.
For vanity press purposes. Well, thank you. Shucks, I'm flattered there, Cap, and I love your publication.
Thank you.
It's a very funny magazine there.
Yeah,
very funny magazine.
Been doing it for a long time now. So
started in Watsonville, right, or Capitola?
Watsonville, California, Santa Cruz County.
Santa Cruz, baby.
Santa Cruz, yeah.
That's our connection.
Hey, Kent, by the way, I'm glad you. There's people been here 40 years and they still say boardwalk. So
I enunciated
you said
broadwalk,
so I'm really impressed by that.
Thank you very much.
Right. I only had to be corrected once.
Yeah.
When I first came to Hollywood, when I first visited. Somebody said, and it's also the intra-coastal. Somebody had to explain that to me, not the intercoastal.
No,
intra-coastal. And now I explain it to other people.
Yeah.
And like the broadwalk. People go, "Well, you go to the boardwalk," because it's not boards.
It's not boards.
It's not boards.
The broad
and it's broad.
Because
My only
there's lots of hotties down there.
Issue with the broadwalk is the cobblestones aren't great for skating. Just not great. And the bike path is also a little.
But that's where you skate on, right? The bike
textured. Path? Either one. Neither of those two surfaces are ideal. Now, once you get north, past the in front of the park. Once the park starts, the blacktop there, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
But that's not pretty. I understand that.
Well, you remember when it was all blacktop up there.
Yeah, and that's good for skating, and but it wasn't pretty.
I was a cabana boy out there for 20 years.
Wow, that's a dream job.
Yeah, it seems like it, but a little more implicated. You got French Canadians to deal with. That's the first drawback.
That's always fun.
He's gone. I just went to Ocean's 13. It's back. I just want to do an official restaurant review because the last time that I talked about it, I wasn't convinced. I was not yet convinced because, it was Ocean's 11. There was the other location, and that was a favorite spot of mine and my friends because the parking lot there, because locals. And I get complimented all the time because I know where to park when I go to Hollywood Beach, even if it's crazy over there. I know where the parking spots are. I know where the parking lots are. I still know. I mean, it's tough to park, but I know where to go. I got Plan A, B, and C. So Ocean's 11 then got sold, and they turned it into some kind of a French bistro, which was, and we forgot to get pictures of Zayna. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She was quite attractive.
She's very attractive.
Very hot.
And smart and all of these things. So the French bistro lasted for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, he pulled out about 3 o'clock in the morning with the moving vans.
Cap knows everything.
So
about
a different outfit. Yet a third owner came in and turned it into Ocean's 13. Right. That's what's going on there because might not be as plugged in as you are, but
we're going there for dinner tonight.
But I live here.
You are?
Yeah.
And I had my third meal there. I don't make up my mind until I've had 3 meals at a new place. Went for my third meal on beach day on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, you notice the picture that I posted on also the Hollywood site with the sand in the toes, right there in front of there, right there at the end of Scott Street. That's where we were. And my patron that took me out that was my belated birthday lunch beach day. She was this is my new favorite place. It's got a parking lot and good food. The food was really good.
Yeah, do they comp you the parking, or do you get it off
no, they
your
don't.
bill?
Well, it's completely separate now. The parking
I know the
lot,
Russians bought the apartments, and they got the parking lot too.
Correct,
so.
and I don't see Kevin 11 there anymore. That was my name for the guy that took my money. You probably know him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know his last name, but since he was Kevin and he took my money for
11
Ocean's 11.
His last name is 11.
So, yeah, Kevin 11. Yeah. And that's I envy him.
He had his name changed legally.
I like
dream job. He would sit on a lawn chair next to his cooler with Budweiser long necks, sitting under an umbrella that was stuck in one of those paint buckets, concrete and PVC paint bucket umbrella holders, and he would sit there and take money, and this is a job I can handle, making change by the fives. It's either $5 or $10. That's the kind of math I can handle. I can do that kind of math. Wow. And he sits there drinking buds, looking at the Atlantic Ocean under an umbrella. Sweet. When a car rolls up, he takes $5 or $10. $5 weekdays, $10 Friday through Sunday, and then he sits back down. Nice. I'm like, what? That's like winning the lottery. I don't care, like $1 an hour. I'll do that job for $1 an hour just to be able to sit there, just to be able to afford the parking there.
Yeah. You know what? It was Ocean's 11, and we had a guy, Jack, that was there, and he also sold Christmas trees right on the spot.
Really?
Yeah, even in July,
on Tuesday, so I went there on Tuesday, and a pretty girl came out of one of those little apartments there and took our money. And I'm like, upgrade. I want to sit at one of these little apartments. I want to live in that little apartment.
Out their drapes and
sitting in the living room. It's like, oh, there's a car, and she walks out, takes the money,
she
walks
had
right back
nothing to do
in.
with a parking lot.
No, exactly. And you just
Probably not.
Here. What do I get for 20?
Probably not. But my patron, she's like, so we park here, $5, eat, have lunch, just walk to the car for the stuff, walk over to the beach. It's like, because you park on the Broadwalk. I mean, you step out of your car and you're standing on the Broadwalk, and there is no better parking spot than that. So the food was good. The layout. I looked in there and it's like they got rid of the atmosphere that Ocean's 11 had. It was a bar. Ocean's 11 was a bar, and this place is a restaurant that has a bar. They put the bar on the side, and it looks nice in there. It's nice and clean, and the food's good.
He's opening a restaurant.
Are you really?
Little hole-in-the-wall burrito joint, yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, in Dania Beach.
I like all of those things.
In the Wayside Bar, I don't know if you know where the Wayside is.
Yeah,
right
there. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are you?
The dive of all
I'm going to tell
dives.
you a story. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. My friends and I years ago were at the Wayside Bar, and somebody came in and said, "Does this dog belong to anybody?" And it was this little puppy. He was walking around out front. Does this dog belong to anybody? And everybody said, "No, of course." And it's like, well, I don't know what to do with this dog. Take it to the pound. They're gonna put it up for adoption. Maybe they'll get adopted. Maybe it won't be adopted. It didn't have a collar or anything. It was just a little stray puppy, looked like a lab of some sort. And I said, I'll take him. I'll adopt that dog. And I named him Wayside.
Cool.
After the pub. And he was my dog for years until somebody stole him off. I was on Dania Beach. I had some friends. You know where that giant colossal building is that's on the beach just south of the beach shack? It's big condos on Dania Beach, right there on the south
Oh yeah,
side,
the
right next
Renaissance.
Yeah, right. Well, that used to be an open area,
right?
And there was a 2-story house there, and I knew the owners, and that's where my friends and I would all hang out. Barb and Mike lived at that house, and they just like people. You were allowed to hang out there. They had a little outdoor shower. You could go to the beach, hang out at their outdoor shower, and if you were actual friends of theirs, then you got to eat. Like Barb and Mike would feed you, and I would play cards with Barb. She was an older lady, and so that's where the dog would hang out all the time. And I chained him up outside so that I could go for a swim with my friends. And when we came back, he was gone. Yeah. They took the chain and everything, and it wasn't like it came loose or anything like that, or that he broke it or nothing. It was horrible.
Well,
Somebody
it
came
was
and ripped
like
my
one
dog
of those,
out.
it came out of the blue and it left out of the blue. So
Kent Wallace, how good to
Philosophy.
hear from you today. Art Walk. Let's do some due diligence
let's
over here
talk
before
about this.
let's do the due diligence, because then I want to talk to Cap over here about all of his particulars.
Well, we've got the Art Walk tomorrow, as everyone knows, from 7 to 10. They're going to be starting mural walks next month on the third Saturday, where they'll do a tour of the murals.
You gotta
Jill
explain that to me.
Weisberg will take people around, and then it'll overflow, and then they'll be able still be here for the Art Walk. And so it's all growing. You've got, let's see, who's participating this Saturday? Mozart.
Yes.
Monte Cristo Lounge.
My daughter used to take classes at
That's a great
Mozart,
place.
but when it was at the other location over there, which I can't imagine anybody being over there right now because of the train.
Well, I know. But they're there, Monte Cristo, Harrison's Wine Bar, 1901 Art and Music.
Harrison's Wine Bar, is that the...
Harrison, yeah, you know Richie and Mary. Mary's his wife. She's an artist. They're kind of a swinger place.
Oh, yes. That's what I'm going to make sure. That's, by the way, that's a nice place. It's not like that. There's no sex going on in there.
No.
People get scared of it. It's a really nice bar.
It actually is a nice bar.
With yummy little food things.
And do you know that he runs that little tiki bar?
We want to take that over.
Right over here, right.
We need to have a
well, you need to talk to Rich about that, because that's his
We want to
concession.
do live broadcasts from the tiki bar,
which you should be doing, and
Right.
Richie can orchestrate it. It's
Specifically,
his bar.
we have a show called By the Glass,
right,
which is right up your alley. As you know, it's about
by the bottle, baby.
Right. It's
By the glass.
it's all about drinking. By the way, and I forgot to give her the swag. I have swag for the visitors to the show today, thanks to the Guinness people.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's the bucket? The pail.
The bucket's right over here. I put it within
Oh,
I put it within arm's
Guinness.
reach.
I thought you said guineas.
Guineas.
I thought
Same.
we were going to have raviolis or something.
Same thing. But the By the Glass people, we want to do remotes there. We want to broadcast from.
Makes a lot of sense.
The Tiki Hut, and not just them. We got lots of shows on here that might want to do live events.
Have you
at that
gone?
location.
Have you? I'm not putting you on the spot. Maybe I am, but
Yeah,
have you
put
done
me on there.
the art walk yet?
No.
You should. Why don't you do it then this Saturday? Make a point. We'll meet down at Richie's together at Harrison Street. I'll introduce you.
What time?
What time do you want to say? Say 8 o'clock. Should we be there at 8? Want to say 8 p.m.?
Okay.
We'll try to remind each other at the Harrison Street.
Try to remind me, because I have to arrange for a sitter.
Oh, okay.
But I'm down.
Let's do it. Let's go meet
I had to
Richie, because he's a great guy. Do you know Rich?
No.
He's a character. He's a real character, but he's an A1 person. His wife, Mary,
writing this
is a
down.
fabulous artist. The art in there is her paintings. I mean, she's a great painter. And Richie is just a real character. And I'm sure that he would be thrilled to get some juice and attention to the Tiki Bar. And you guys, it would be a good relationship. I think very symbiotic situation.
Well, because I think that Tiki Bar has a lot of potential that it's not living up to.
Where's the Tiki Bar? What are you
It's
talking
in the
about?
hotel.
Oh, in the hotel. Yeah,
on the
okay,
hotel
no.
side there. And really, with all due respect to Richie, the only reason to get anything from there is if you're in the pool and you don't want to dry off.
Right.
But it could be a lot more than that. I think that with a little bit of gussying up, and I mean by gussying up, like the items on the menu,
Sure.
they can get some people in from off the street because it's a nice atmosphere.
George, you should take the ball on this because I'm telling you, Richie is wide open for ideas and especially willing to work with people who have enthusiasm and want to kind of take over.
The hours
he's
are not
burnt
good.
out. That's what it is.
Really, the hours are very limited there, and you can only get like a couple basic drinks.
Yeah, but it's such a cool place,
it's
right?
a very
to
cool
look at it,
place.
it's a tiki bar right in the middle, by the pool.
Right by the pool, yeah.
This is such a funky little hotel.
It could be a hangout. Like, because there's all these tables and everything all around it, so it would be a great place. There's traffic that goes through the hotel all the time. That would be a great place to hang out, like a gazebo you can drink at.
Do you guys know Dino that lived in this hotel for 30 years?
No, you can live in this hotel?
Yeah.
He has a friend who's
I want to live in this
coke
hotel.
off the butt of a black girl, right?
He sounds like a great guest.
Yeah.
He lives in the hotel for 30 years.
Can I get in on that?
What, the snorting the coke off a black girl's butt?
Very much. It's on my. That's my.
In
on
Dino's
my-
room at the hotel.
That's on my to-do. That's on my to-do list. Today's to-do list, as a matter of fact.
Let's meet Dino.
Oh, well, let me just throw out the rest of
Yeah,
the place.
do that.
Because you
Matt.
got Gallery 2014, the GNS Alternative Space, Maria, who's been here the longest time, and is now going to be representing my friend Hines Pagan, the Goddess Store and Studio.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Britstone, Made from the Heart, Cinema Paradiso, Sun and Moon, our friend over there, the lingerie, the kind of adult theme store.
It's a funky place.
Have you been
The
in
Sun
it?
and Moon, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
They got you could do a lot of gift shopping.
Hey,
there.
Sandra Lascano showed there. She exhibited last Thursday. She sold like 7 painting or 7 drawings. 7. That's a good score. And Larry Joe, of course, you've got in the park with Hollywood Hot Glass, Brenna, who was recently featured on in a big TV show, being compared to she's sort of the new David Chihuly in the glass world. He is like sort of an iconic
Hollywood Hot Glass.
Hot Glass.
Hot Glass.
I'm going to get Brenna down here maybe next month. We'll get her on the show. You'll like her. She's a real go-getter.
A glass blower?
She is like, I'm telling you.
For starters.
I'm not thinking anything filthy. I don't know. Because that's an impressive art to me.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. I mean, not just me, obviously. A lot of people could just watch that all day long, and they do.
They go down and do. Yeah, that's something also to take your daughters to. Both Brenna, they do these little classes. And then, just like Larry Joe does these painting classes.
I actually went to that one.
Where did the second daughter come from,
That was
George?
cool.
I just remember you talking about the one daughter when you were with Neil.
Yeah. The daughter formerly known as teen daughter, who's now adult daughter, and she's married. Yeah, so I have a 12-year-old. Where did she come from?
Yeah.
My ex's vagina.
Same mama,
place.
same mama.
Yeah. She was. I made the mistake. I made a lot of mistakes with my ex, and one of them was saying, as soon as this one's 18, I'm out of here, boy. God, man, you've been just playing me along and using this child and my love for my children as leverage. She got pregnant within a month of moving in with me, and it was only supposed to be temporary. It's like, man, I can't wait for her to turn 18 so I can just never see your face again. 1 month later,
No grandpa yet,
she's
though?
pregnant again. No, not yet. But I'm not in a hurry for that because everything is great right now as far as the daughters go, and I know that that's going to change the entire dynamic. She's going to be very busy then, and we have a lot of fun. The daughters, all of it, both daughters and daddy, and we go places and we do things. We were, like last night, we were at a taco party for one of our mutual friends. They're friends, and my 12-year-old's a lot of fun. But
we love kids.
Yeah, we do. We skate.
We're all daddies.
All
He's
the
a
time.
grandpa.
But congratulations!
Yeah.
How old are your grandkids?
Be a year next month. We're going out to
Wow.
California and see him.
Congratulations! And you
There's
got
mine.
You got the Ocean Alley
At Mammoth, she just sent me that picture. She was
Nice.
snowboarding. She is a psycho.
Nice shot with the
You see that?
the glare, the sun glare there.
That's Betty Wallace, young Betty Wallace. She is just a pistol.
You're wearing an Ocean Alley hat, another one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
Down on the beach, I go there all
This
the time.
is where you could be doing the show on this day.
That's
if
where
you
Groundhog's
be-
Day is held,
Do it.
yeah.
Really?
Yes, you could be doing it from Ocean Alley, covering the
I
Groundhog
filled
Day.
out the little thingy, their little card, add me to your mailing list type thing. I like that place. I go there all the time. Ocean Alley, I take out of town visitors. There are places I take out of town visitors where they can get things that I've never seen anywhere else. In Ocean Alley, crab cakes Benedict.
Yeah.
For breakfast. Where else can you get that?
Yeah,
That's
they got
insane.
James as a chef there. He's pretty good.
Love that place.
And Deborah, she's a sweetheart.
I know
One of the owners. Yeah.
Also used to, not anymore, used to have their own parking lot. And now, who are these people that are buying up all the parking lots? They're very insidious.
Well, they had leased that parking lot from the owner, and as soon as the all the construction started, the guy said, "Well, I can make more money if I control it myself." So,
But this new system is it's harsh. It's first of all, it's expensive. The new parking system that's going on down there.
They're building a parking lot. Didn't we hear that
Right, but
yesterday at the meeting?
They aren't city run, so I can't use my Park mobile app. You have to put in your license plate. It's very insidious. You got to put in all this information that I don't want to give to just any old body. It's bad enough the government is recording all my stuff. These people, you got to basically fill out a form in order to park there. Cash only. No me gusta.
But didn't they say they are going to? Wasn't that one of the things that what's her name was talking about?
The old fire station on Nevada Street up a ways. They're going to build a new parking lot. 300 spots.
Good to make up for the one that.
Well, they're still not going to make up. They're going to have when they finish Margaritaville, they're going to have 400 less parking spots than they did before, which is obscene.
Yeah.
It's just all about the tax base down there.
Sure.
That's the whole thing. Is quality of life be damned.
I have mixed feelings about it. Well, about the whole Margaritaville and the parking. I like to be able to drive to the beach to park, but also I live close enough to bike to the beach when my bicycle isn't stolen. And so,
the club,
lack of parking is going to force people to take the trolley. Or take bikes.
The trolley is a good thing.
The trolley is a good
commented
thing.
about it yesterday, but I'm telling you, and see now George is supporting me.
I love that trolley. I think it's a great thing. It's just underutilized completely.
Well, right, but
yes,
right, but people will begin to, if they realize that parking is
It'll force them to.
They'll get on this thing.
Right.
It runs every 20 minutes like clockwork.
Sure.
It picks you up all over here, drops you off, and I'm up and down from the south all to the north on the beach, and it's $1.
Or
it's
have,
$2 round trip.
Or have a designated parking area away from the beach.
And have the trolley take you from there.
over there.
Well, we call that downtown, but you can only park for 3 hours. So, but like the big parking garage, is there a trolley stop by the parking garage over here?
Do they enforce the 3-hour thing?
Yeah,
they do.
When they first started, they weren't enforcing it a lot because everybody was writing tickets over on the beach.
Right.
But now that they increased their staff, so now I see a bunch of old Getchkis.
Yeah, I've seen
at first I didn't think that they were parking attendants because they weren't wearing any particular garb, but they had the little doohickey,
right,
and they're taking pictures of the tags and registering the time. So they're enforcing it now. I think when it's season like this, they're a little bit more diligent about enforcing those kinds of things.
Well, all the Frenchies got their handicap stickers, so it's.
Yeah, but there are only so many handicap spots to go around. But somebody that you brought on the show, I think, explained, with the valet parking, that all these people block off the parking spots so that they can do the valet parking. But that takes a lot of cars off the road.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't, if they didn't do that, then people would be parking in Outer Yenamsveld and having to hike here, and it'd be a South Beach situation. So the valet parking allows people to use the businesses.
But let me
you know where Joe's Market is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're renting now. I think the grocery end of it's kind of out the window, and all the construction workers are parking there for $20 a day.
Yeah,
they put the sign up. If on New Year's Eve they had to sign up $40 to park.
Whoa.
Well, let me ask you guys this. You guys clearly love Hollywood, and the quaintness of it. The fact that things like Margaritaville are coming down the pike. Like, how does it feel that Hollywood is transitioning from that everyday, every person can live here place to what it's becoming now?
George mentioned it. You kind of have mixed emotions about it, know. But what I don't like about it is the city is using taxpayer money to make it harder for taxpayers to use the beach, and that's what really bugs me. They're gouging you on the parking already. It's becoming. Bober yesterday at a lunch we were at was talking about, well, it's hard to develop on Hollywood Beach because they're so small parcels,
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that small if you give a developer 9 acres of your city-owned land, That's so it's a good thing. I just wonder about the Margarita brand name. What's the longevity of that?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Buffett's 70, and the one in Biloxi closed down, and different things. I just don't know what staying power that name's going to have, let alone the operation itself.
I don't think it's dependent upon the name, because just like the Hollywood Beach Resort, it was the Ramada. Now it's not. It's just there's a building. I don't care what kind of a sign they put over the top of it. If they run the building right, because I saw I see the floor plan and the layout and what it's going to look like. Looks nice. And my mixed feelings were, first of all, my biggest thing that I was freaking out about was the band shell. And once I found out that they weren't that they're refurbishing it, not tearing it down, I kind of breathed a sigh of relief.
And Margaritaville's going to put on 12 shows. We learned all this yesterday. A year, they'll do one a month.
Okay.
With kind of maybe a little bit of a name talent or something like that. It's just to add to what's going on already.
Yeah. Right. My understanding is they're going to do the booking of the weekly shows besides the once a month things,
and Johnson Street's going to be a promenade, which is good. And I saw the plans for the bike paths and everything.
I think it's going to be cool, man.
Over here on the Boulevard. Great. Well, see, because here's the thing that I understand: you can't have it both ways. You can't have a nice place where everybody wants to come and not have progress. Right. I was in Montana over the summer. Beautiful, unspoiled wilderness all over the place, and everybody has signs in their windows in favor of the new silver mine coming to town. Well, they had just a few years ago had a problem with the zonolite mine, and it fragged the town and everything. You can't have a nice place that we all enjoy and not expect other people to want to come over and develop it and make money with it. There are lots of places that are unspoiled and untouched because they suck and it's ugly and it's dry and nobody wants to be there. People with money come down here and they look at a place like Hollywood Beach and they think, I could make a lot of money building a big hotel here. We're victims of circumstance, and the circumstance is that Hollywood is a nice town. So all for it. All for now that they're keeping the band shell there.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So
pack them in. That's fine. I'm a local. I know where to go. I know where to park. I go north of the park over here, north of John U. Lloyd, or what's the park at the end of Sheridan? That's not John U. Lloyd. That's
North Beach Park.
North Beach Park. Yeah, just go north of North Beach Park, which I call Locals Beach. Yeah. Lots of parking. Lots of breathing room. And if you want to go have a drink, then go south. Walk south.
Yeah,
and it's great.
I forgot about your Montana connection. What town was that?
Libby, northwestern corner. Libby, Montana.
I went to school in Missoula.
County seat. Missoula is a city.
Yeah, it really is now.
If you lived at Missoula or been to Missoula, you say, I lived in Montana, but it's not the Montana that other people think about when they think about Montana. And while other people think about Montana, they think it's cowboys. That's east. That's 2/3 of the state. East is flatland, scrubby cattles. The western Montana is Rocky Mountains and beautiful samples of Rocky Mountains, like a lot of forest. It hasn't been slashed. It hasn't been deforested. So it's a lot of green, lakes, rivers, a lot of waterfalls, and things like that. Trout. Sure. Oh, hey,
love trout.
They can't brag about the fishing up there. I'm sorry. If you are used to ocean fishing, the river and creek fishing, lake fishing, sorry. So, they don't want to hear that up there. When we go fishing up there, and they don't want to hear me talk about you people, you amateurs. You don't know. Yeah. They pull a trout out, they pull a rainbow trout or a brook trout out, and it's it's this little fish and it tastes like mud.
God, I love trout.
And it's soft and
trout's my favorite fish.
Yeah, but it's not like if you go fishing out here, you catch a flounder as big as your torso. It's like firm and meaty. It's it's a meaty steak of a fish, and that's that's your average fish. Catch a grunt. It's an ugly name for a wonderfully tasty.
What's the worst
fish?
One? Scrod.
Scrod, yeah. Scrod sounds like that sounds like an old man's nuts.
Yeah.
Scrod.
Yeah, scrod.
You're scratching your scrod over there. I see you scratching your scrod. So how long have you lived in Hollywood there, Cap?
I came here, 92, I guess it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been around for a while. I came to be here about 6 weeks, and
so So I started with Neil in '90. So a couple years in.
How long has Neil been gone now?
2 years.
Yeah. I don't know if it was you. I went to the wake.
Let me do some math.
Yeah.
The show ended in '09, and he died a year later.
Yeah.
So I guess 3.
I just remember going to the wake and somebody said, might have been you, said Neil would have hated this.
Yeah, it might have been me.
Yeah, the eulogy.
He would
Yeah,
have.
the eulogy, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have caught him dead there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ba-dum-booch.
yeah, he hated. He didn't go. He didn't like funerals. He didn't like funerals or memorial services, or anything like that. But you know, as I said to him there, it's this isn't about you. It's about us, old man. So we got to enjoy that. I love to play. Got the whole collection. Thinking about a way of playing the replays in the afternoon. The only problem is that they're all different lengths, and it would be almost impossible to automate that process. It would require a live person to be here and man the post or do some pre-production. And it's like I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the automation system. So what do you do for money? Just this Cahoots magazine?
We rob liquor stores in the evening.
Oh God, that's funny because I roll drunk. So
that was you.
It's very it's very similar. But you know,
I'm kind of half-ass retired, so I do this, and
that's great.
You know, I've got a wife that does pretty well for herself. And
excellent.
A little real estate.
You did it right. Yeah, I married.
Still got a little real estate in California.
I married a sponge.
So, yeah, so I'm doing all right.
His wife is a published author too.
Excellent. Does kids books, yeah.
Kids the books. Banana Slug thing.
Yeah, from Santa Cruz. Yeah.
See, we have a connection. When I first got here, I wanted to write for somebody just because I needed to write, and I looked around at what was available, and I thought it was just crap. And then one day I was at Ocean Alley, actually, and I saw Cahoots. So I like one page in, and I called you that.
Why can't you write for crap when you can write for shit? You know?
Yeah, exactly. But I called you. You came and picked me up. He picked me up, an hour later. It was cool. Very, very great freaking paper. It's world class. I have friends in New York, friends in Mendo that all go, that say, shit, this is...
It's funny.
They're envious.
It's funny. I take it home, I leave it out, because people don't realize, you know, especially this one with this headline right there. People... You know, it's subtle. It's wry. Yeah. So people think that it's a real, like, there's so many of these rags out there, these flyers and these rags out there. So that's what it looks like to a lot of people. And then they actually start reading it and they go, oh, this is funny. This is actually really funny. And it's good. And so you live here downtown?
I live in Dania.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Hollywood. I call it Hollywood's hat.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my office is right next to the Wayside. So.
Awesome. So when are we going to the Wayside?
We gotta go as soon as the burrito place opens.
As soon as the city of Dania Beach, you know, a couple of code things to go. You know.
When are you looking at?
Next month sometime. Probably
really?
Next month. Yeah. I've got.
I love burritos.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
I've yet to find a good burrito in South Florida. You know, like a good California style burrito.
Right.
I see them standing in line at Chipotle, and I'm thinking, what is that about?
Kidding.
No, it's what is it? What are the place? Tijuana Flats. You know, is okay. It's decent. Yeah. I don't get the burritos there. I get the chimichanga, which is what, like fried burrito.
Yeah.
They're good. They got fresh stuff. Yeah. But you know, they're a chain, and I want to eat local whenever I can. You know, I don't want to go to Burger King just because they have coupons. But I'm broke, so I'd love to.
Yeah. Well, I was married to a Mexican gal, and I was a fruit tramp for about 4 or 5 years. Worked lettuce fields, you know, so I got to know where the good Mexican bar and restaurants were, so I think I can put out a pretty good burrito.
Oh, I bet you will. I can't wait, man.
Excellent. I can't wait either. Let's go.
Cool.
Making me hungry.
Exactly.
Cool beans.
Skip breakfast today.
Called.
Really?
Cool beans?
Yeah, I don't want any beans in my burrito. No beans. I'm done with the beans. I fart, man.
The more you, right?
I know.
Beans,
I'm
musical fruit.
Done.
The
And also,
eat,
and like that yogurt with the probiotic stuff in it. Good Lord, there should be a warning label on that.
I take probiotics.
You take probiotics?
Yeah, my daughter got me taking them, and you know what? I got to tell you, my stomach. I have not had any issues with my stomach.
Do you fart up a windstorm when you're?
No, it doesn't make me.
Maybe you should go back to the amateur biotics, George. You know?
Yeah, see?
You better start low.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Set the bar too high with a pro.
You're right about that. So what's this groundhog thing all about?
I got a place up in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I had twin brothers who were born on Groundhog Day. And I always kind of liked the nonsense aspect of it. So I went up there and got to know a few people and bought a house. And that's my drinking days. I bought a house right after I came off the Gobbler's Knob is where they have Groundhog's Day.
Right, yeah, and which sounds perverted.
It does.
You know, in North Carolina, knob is what they call penis.
Right.
Yeah.
People call it a knob.
They call it a knob. I mean, you can understand that if they use it in context, but that's the word for the hillbillies. It's your knob. You're not if you're gay, you're a knobber. That's what they call gay people. You're a knobber.
My best Punxsutawney experience was the guys that are in the club took me to the high school, and they make the king and the queen of the senior class, and they elected this girl. She came down and she says, "Thanks for voting for me. This will be my first trip to the knob." And the place went absolutely nuts. Yeah.
So what's the? Because I'm noticing donation. You're raising money for something.
Yeah, it's for the Hollywood Beach lifeguard competition team. They'll go. I think it's close this year. I think it's in Daytona.
Is that
Beach.
the one where they wear swimming caps and speedos?
Yeah, they go. There's a lot of different boat swimming events, and some years they have to go out to California, so the city doesn't really finance them for that anymore. So we raise a couple $1,000 and. Helps them, This year it'll go a little farther because they're going up to, I think it's in Daytona.
What kind of breakfast am I going to get for my $12 donation?
That's up to Ocean Alley. So you like Ocean Alley? So
I do like Ocean Alley.
Yeah.
They're going to give me crab cakes Benedict for that.
They're not giving too many options because they got to turn it over.
But you're not, just like I don't eat pancakes.
Yeah, they won't do that.
I want
They'll
to
do
go there
something
to play.
big,
It's a pretty set menu.
It's the day after the Super Bowl. Too.
It's on a Monday this year.
What is that date?
February 2nd.
February 2nd. I see it right over here.
2/2.
Wonderful flyer, 2/2/15. That's awfully early for me.
It's just stay up all night.
Free souvenir T-shirt for swimmers.
Yeah, if you go in the water.
Breakfast is $12, but if you go in the water, and that doesn't mean swim, just get wet, then you get a T-shirt too. Yeah,
excellent.
Sure. But it's a good cause. We've had like 300 people there on the weekends. It'll be interesting to see what we get. We got some diehards, so we'll have at least 100 people there.
I'll be there in my tuxedo.
Yeah, we got Kent measured for tux yesterday.
That's
He'll be one of the guys in tux and top hat.
Is this Mickey Dolenz on this picture over here from the Monkees?
Dolenz, the Monkees.
Is that him?
That's Bill Murray
from Groundhog.
Who's not going to be there? Okay.
Yeah.
He may be.
Probable no show. It says.
I know. I said that. Yeah. He's not going to be there, but you're gonna have the groundhog.
Yeah, Phil will be there. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
You see him there in the picture.
I do see him there in the picture.
Yeah, he'll be there.
That's great.
He's been there 11 years.
This is a historic day.
That costume's getting a little raunchy too.
Well, he's not supposed to wear it.
Who's my victim to wear that?
Do you dry clean that thing?
No, I think it'd fall apart. Yeah.
For more information, call. Can I give the number out?
Sure.
954-929-9334. 954-929-9334.
You should be there,
Raise
George.
money for the lifeguard competition.
And do it. Why don't you do a live
remote?
remote?
Really early. Well, because I have a radio show.
Oh, that's right. There's a show going on at that hour.
Not at that hour, but right afterwards.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
So if you do a remote from there, you just keep on going. So.
I don't know, man. It's like swimming right now. You could really tell who the tourists were on Tuesday when we were out there on the beach.
Yeah.
As soon as and by the way, I have faith in Hollywood weather. It was raining all the way over there. It was raining when we went into the restaurant. It's like we're raining. My friend shows up. It's like we're going to the beach. I don't care if it's storming. I got an umbrella. I got a rain jacket. I got a slicker. We're gonna go to the beach in the rain. I don't care. I want to go to the beach. And by the time we were done eating, it was all blue sky and sunny and everything. And like you could see them as like a swarm. It was like cockroaches when the lights go out. All of the tourists start just swarming out as soon as the sun came out. They just like all of the little hotels, wherever they were hiding in alleyways and dumpsters, they just like they just swarm out onto the beach and into the water.
Swarm of Speedos.
Yeah.
In the water.
Fat French Canadians.
I love the swimming here in this time.
I don't love the Speedos.
No,
it's
not
cold.
the Speedo. I just like
it's cold.
It's not cold though.
I'm ruined. When on the Montana trip, everybody was swimming, and they're like, "I need to jump in the water, George." And I stuck a little toe in there, like ice water, and it's like, "Come on, you used to swim up here all the time. What's wrong with you?"
Funny, the people that grew up in cold weather are the worst.
Yeah.
Like my wife's a New York City girl, and she gets 65 here, and she goes crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah. We're all gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over it. I went back to North Carolina for Thanksgiving last year, a couple of years ago, and I forgot what a pain in the ass dealing with the cold is. Just all these little things add up to basically eat your time. And when you're not getting any younger, Kent, you start becoming aware of the things that start to erode your life rode their time on this planet, like I really forgot how much time it takes to keep the wood stove stocked up. Like, here I am going for wood again. Here I am stoking the stove again.
Layers of
Here I am
clothes.
coming back. Layers of clothes. Putting them on, taking them off. Putting them on, taking them off. And now I gotta. There's snow outside, so I've got to. You have to have a special room for that, of course, which you do. The foyer for the stomping of the snow boots out there. That's your messy room. Then you got to take those things off and put them over there. Just a whole lot of maintenance, as opposed to down here. Which flip flops should I slip my feet into today? Oh, the red ones. I think I'll go with the red ones today. And you just step into them, and off you go.
There you go.
And there's no special attire. You know,
short pants, flip flops, Hawaiian.
I got a couple of on the inside of my closet. I got a couple of hooks. I got the black shorts and the blue shorts. Which ones should I wear, depending on the shirt that I'm going to wear? And and I like that. And the roads. Nobody down here should complain about the roads or road construction. You should not. If there's rough pavement or potholes or anything down here, or if there's road construction going on, just smile. Just smile,
At least
because
they're fixing it.
It's so rare compared. The Four Seasons of Montana. Somebody posted something on Facebook. You've got almost winter, and road construction and summer. It's just and they never stay up with it. Like, no matter if they could spend 9 months out of the year on road construction trying to repair the potholes, and even in a little town like that, you're not going to get to them all by the time winter comes around again. So some of the potholders, they carry over into the next year, and then that's the road that they got to fix.
So
It's like, they got 3 seasons of potholes on this road, so we need to do this one this year. And so it's just part of your life. And then in the winter, if you think the driving is bad down here, and it is, just imagine no lines on the roads, because when it snows, the lines on the road are gone, and then nobody can stop their car. Everybody's sliding into everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm done. I'm done with the cold and the ice and the snow, and I post those pictures on purpose. And you see the comments when I posted that picture of me and the girl with the toes. I think you said that the guy on the right needs to shave his legs. No, that was one of my other friends. But all my friends in Montana, they were, I'm freezing my ass off. Or in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and I always tell them, you're free to leave. They haven't built a fence around it yet. You're free to leave. I'm going to go visit. That's my big dream when I retire. I was talking to Zayna when she was here about cross-country bus trips and such. And that's what I want to be, a snowbird, a Montana snowbird.
Yeah.
Spend the summers up there.
July 23rd, right? That's the summer up there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's the day. That's another thing, man. Beautiful days like even today. Our worst day is like an average day somewhere else. We get so many nice, beautiful, sunny days, and especially in the winter right now. It's really nice down here. I'm so glad that I live in Hollywood. Tell the mayor. Oh, no, you're
Will do. We're connected to him. He writes for Cahoots, by the way.
that's
Mayor Bober writes for Cahoots.
He's got to call him in.
He's
got to call.
He's been in here. He's been in these studios. Should have taken a picture, put it up on the wall, suck up with the mayor so that the cops will get off my ass. Hollywood cops, love him and love him.
Yeah, Peter's okay.
Have a choice. What's that?
Peter's all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Peter's all right.
Yeah.
I guess when are we going to start seeing the construction over here on Hollywood Boulevard? The trees and the bike paths and everything that was in the paper, right? In the Hollywood Gazette.
They didn't talk about it. Well, Hollywood Gazette.
Oh, they're not funny. The Gazette is not a funny.
They gotta. Well, I'm not going to get.
Yeah, why not?
I don't
Go ahead.
Disparage them. Well,
talk shit about them. I don't care.
It's
They're
a
not
cookie
giving me money.
cutter. It's
like one of those flyers I was talking about.
It's Chamber of Commerce inspired. I understand that. So.
But they had a little bit of a map showing the future of Hollywood Boulevard, and they're putting in bike lanes instead of parking or something. I don't know what they're going to do.
Well,
Fine, turn these 3 blocks into a promenade.
That would be great.
I had to park right almost to Dixie. I mean, what is it? Coming down
just
here
now today.
Yeah, 1:45 on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, this time of year.
Yeah.
All the
On
haters
Fridays.
are down here, which makes me want to smile. All the people like, Florida. Oh, we ought to play the thing. Jon Stewart did a thing on Florida on the Daily Show lately. It was hysterical, spot on. But he's talking about all these things.
Oh, with Rubio, right?
Yeah. Well, but he did a whole segment on it, and he's talking about these things. And I'm like, exactly. That's why I love it. It was just a weird place, Florida. It's always been Pirates World.
Yeah.
Well, he's Canadian, so what the hell?
America's stepchild, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's the big trouble with this country. They're building the fence on the wrong border. You know?
Yeah. Well, I see these French Canadian plates, and as long as they're not in front of me in line, I'm okay, because tourism dollars are clean dollars, relatively speaking. People complain about the tourists and the congestion, but your town has to have an economy. And if it isn't going to be tourism, it has to be building something, manufacturing that, which means you got to have a factory or something stinky.
But what kind of tourist base would we have if they weren't here? You know, somebody would take their place, and they might have a little money to spend. They've got money.
That would be nice, but you know, you can't pick and choose. You can't spick and choose. I'm trying to create a campaign to have them go to Sarasota. I don't think that people don't come to South Florida because they understand that there are a lot of French Canadians. Like,
right.
These people in England going, "Oh, I'm not going to these little French Canadians go to South Florida. So we're going to go to Cancun instead." You know, I don't think other people know until they get here.
I think the tourist market will expand in time, just as the beach is beginning to expand and Hollywood itself is beginning to become known as a little hip hamlet. You're going to get better batch of tourists coming. Believe me.
I like that, hip hamlet. I have slogans. Did you tell Cap my slogans? Hollywood, the happy in between, like in between Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
We're next up.
The happy in between.
Yeah.
We're convenient to both places without having to live in either place, which
30
is more
minutes away from
expensive and
everything.
more congested, and it got a small town feel surrounded by all the mayhem, the city. Not that we don't have our crime over here. Have you? Has anybody ever suggested having? You know how they have the Guardian Angels in New York?
Yeah.
I want to have the Hollywood vigilantes.
Have you seen the new guys downtown? Or are they making their presence the ones that are spending $300,000 a year on the?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. They're little bicycle people in the green outfits. That's just
they've hired some outfit out of Memphis
you see 'em on
or
Third
Nashville,
Saturday.
some kind of security company that I forget what they're called. They're not.
Yeah,
no, tell me about them.
They ride bicycles.
I think they got yellow shirts or
yellow
something.
shirts or green. They're supposed to be helping people, direct people to things.
Yeah.
And looking out for whatever. It's moronic.
Who hired them?
CRA. But my understanding is it's a 3-year contract for $900,000, and they're supposed to be able to report to the police if they see something.
Great use of
community
redevelopment.
Unbelievable.
Assholes.
When you think of what could be
Right.
the positive impacts you can make.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
You'll see them on. You'll see them
They're
on
like
Third
Rangers.
Saturday. You'll
I
see
think
them
they
tomorrow.
got the beach rangers and something
I mean,
similar.
that's all
downtown.
fine if they're going to pick up some garbage.
Yeah, but they don't. They
and
just
give people
ride their
directions.
bikes around. It's absurd, man. It's just absurd.
Let's
tragic.
fuck with them. What can you do? Like stop them when they're riding by on the bike and ask for directions?
Stick in the spokes. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Stick in the spokes. I'm thinking of things you can do. I'm going to stop them when they're riding their bicycles and ask for directions or help or something. Let's test them.
We'll do it tomorrow. You can
Let's try to utilize their abilities over here.
See what they know.
That's who that was, but it was a hilarious moment when one of those. It was a quite sizely woman.
How long is that bit? 9 minutes?
Yeah, it's about 9 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to run out of show time.
Yeah, not enough time.
We can't do enough
Quite
time.
sizely woman riding on the bike. It was quite amusing because
she was one of the Rangers, or
one
whatever?
of the Rangers.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is she doing? And she's trying to do that and on the cell phone. But it was quite amusing to see her kind of get a workout, but she's not really working out because she's kind of slothing over.
Oh yeah. How can I get that job? What?
That would be a good job for you.
Got a yellow shirt?
You like the bike.
I can get a yellow shirt.
You're in.
I mean, I've got a. Yeah, you know what? It used to be white, but now
It's that fluorescent.
It's yellowed. That's
yellowed.
It's kind of like a yellow shirt over there. Who do I talk to? No, seriously, I want a job riding a bike around Hollywood and helping
Get
people.
old Lisa.
I'll get Lisa on the horn. I met with Lisa and George this morning, by the way. We had a very productive meeting, quite honestly.
Despite your hangover? Or what?
Yeah, despite my hangover. No, we met at 8:30, and we had a very productive meeting regarding my friend the artist. So who knows? I don't want to jinx anything, but maybe something will come of this after all.
Good, and I'm serious. I want a job writing. If I can't get Kevin Levin's job,
It's the perfect job for you.
because that's my dream. Dream job number 1: parking lot attendant next to Ocean's 13.
Right.
That's the spot. Not there.
The beauty of that place is it's just far enough removed from all the
Yeah.
hubbub. That,
No, it's the most north, not counting the Turtle Cafe. It's the most north restaurant that you can hang at, which is great because you just come right around, come over Sheridan Bridge, take a left right there into Scott, and it's right there, very, very handy, and you don't have to worry about all of the mayhem. We'll have to make a date.
Is it on the way to Dania? It's before Dania, right?
You turn off of Sheridan.
It's south of Sheridan on Scott Street. Scott, and you know they got the big building there.
I used to live there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hollywood Towers. Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood Towers. That's no, I was talking about the big one that's right next to the park. That's the Renaissance?
Yeah, the Renaissance.
Right, then south of that is the Hollywood Towers.
Next to Ocean's 13.
Is that condos or apartments?
Condos. Yeah.
I want to live there.
What are they building over here in the corner? Where that old building?
What, that giant old building that they've been refurbishing forever?
Yeah. It looks like they're going to refurbish it again.
The Great Southern? Great Southern Hotel?
Yeah, the Great Southern. They were talking about that. That's going to be a big condo.
Condo and retail, of course.
Yeah, and then they're going to, they're going to, there's going to be some, you got to kind of have it. You got to have it to a certain degree, I think. I don't know.
Are they going to tear it down and build something?
No,
they got to keep
the facade.
I forget which sides, just for the historical end of it.
Well, good.
Yeah.
No, I like that place. That's what I would love that place. I mean, my favorite property in all of South Florida is the Hollywood Beach Resort.
Have you been to? Yeah, that place.
The world from that place. It's got a little mall. It's got everything.
Have you been up to Runa's yet? In the old Hemingways. That's a great building.
No, but
that is a cool building, and that's the best restaurant in Hollywood, bar none.
I got a lot of history with that building.
Yeah?
That building, and I have, because I've been there when it was Hemingway's, and when it was Club Exit. I have a Club Exit T-shirt, and we went to a lot of raves there, and as a matter of fact, when they were refurbishing it, Kenny, DJ Special K, and I went in there and raided. They let us in, and when we went into the back area and raided their rubbish pile and pulled out the Club Exit signs for the Club Exit reunion party, the big metal and glass signs, we got to haul them off.
Yeah.
Cool.
For the reunion party. I love that building. That's another building that
great
I would
restaurant.
Like. What are we doing about the train? Your friend Jeff said I'll be in touch with you about who to contact.
He was doing something. I don't know what happened.
Hey, I need to know. I'm going to pursue it on my own. I need to know who to talk to start the process.
Langer, if you're listening, George needs you immediately.
Thank you. Are you going to happy hour today?
Yes.
Maybe I'll see you there. Thank you, Cap. Thank you,
Kent.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Zayna, for coming in. Too bad we didn't take a picture.
Send a text at the picture.
Don't forget, this is the spot.
7 o'clock.
Tonight.
SoFloRadio.com. See, we're in sync.
I know, I'm telling you.
What a team.
It's like two sides of the same coin.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.